Okay. So, last week, we had some preparation, some travel. After signing the contract in Kedwell, Sirius Yvette and Percy's rode out towards Tofi's landing. Krakus, you sprinted on ahead a day prior, running through the the fields up north towards Tofi's landing.
I love that image.
But the other three, taking it on horseback, on the way, spotted ran into a couple of things. First, Percy spotted a pack of blink dogs fighting some phase spiders in a small patch of woods. Also, was able to clock a patch of deadly flowers that were creeping across the ground to potentially come upon them in the night and suck the life out of them. And they met an old lady with a really unusual sleeping schedule who's totally just an old lady, and there's nothing weird about her.
Yeah, she seemed okay. She was
Yeah,
cool.
she was nice. Poppy, she's great.
Yeah.
It's fully a hag.
What?
Pass the test.
It's fully a hag.
After all of that, though, the three came up to Kaymore, the town that houses the huge crystalline spire. Sirius did a little bit of investigation into that whole situation, talked to someone at a library in the shadow of the spire before the group got a room at a lovely little inn. I believe it was called the Brass Dream, owned by a wooden Auton and his mouse friend Jeffrey. The following morning, they proceeded up to Tofi's Landing the rest of the way without any further interruptions. Upon arriving, they stopped at the guild house to speak with the representatives of the local merchants guild, where they were pointed to a vessel in the dockyard that had actually returned semi-safely from an encounter out at sea. They were able to speak with the captain and one of the members of the crew that they found at a local bar. With a little bit of extra details, they went and found Krakus, who you had been organizing yourself a place to stay at the Azure Nugget, I believe. After that, went to the ship that you'll actually be taking and met the captain and his first mate. And after a little bit of talking, essentially just agreed to sail off in the morning and to go out drinking tonight. So that's where we find ourselves right now. Krakus, you, as you mentioned, have changed a little bit. So if you want to give a description, everyone else did one last session. So
Sure.
what does Krakus look like now?
I used to have, I used to don a fully lamellar plate set of armor, which had some modifications to make it more nimble. But I have since realized that in order to be the namesake of the White Shadow, I'm going to have to probably move a little bit more nimbly. So I've shed some plates. It's not all gone, but in place of the plates, I have put these leather plates, and I now have a lamellar leather armor, which is also nimble. So instead of the ironclad skeleton, I still have the blue hood, and I still have the blue adornments, but I now wear much more leather than I used to.
So you just look like a really tan person now with the bones and the flesh missing. So it's just replacement. Right?
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't look like
Seriously?
a what do they call it? A mannequin of armor anymore.
Replacement skin.
Seriously, this armor, the ass bones are out. It's like a
And what's the ass bone situation looking
Assless,
like? Is that
legless, or assless
Yeah.
leather.
I do
some
not. I'm not
tailbone
wearing
sticking
chaps.
Damn. That's
I
unfortunate.
might be a little more kinky, but I'm not wearing chaps.
Don't punch my butt cheeks. That's my weak spot.
Since people didn't hear it because the stream wasn't running, I have a little less clink and a bit more kink.
Perfect.
It was too good not to say again. So there you go.
Immortalized forever in VOD.
That's right.
Great. So the four of you, Sirius, Percy, Yvette, and Krakus, you're currently like walking out of the captain's office on the broad curlew, and along with his first mate. So the captain, Ven Kradock, I think you got his full name. If you didn't, you do now. Is an orc man with like shoulder length dark brown hair that's just sort of messy and it's like half put up. Gray skin, but with in a lot of different places these like dark brown sort of hues from exposure to the sun. He has very prominent bottom jaw tusks and a bushy mustache over the top. Fairly tall. He's like 6'3" or so. And his first mate, Uliana, is very different. She's a small Roviant woman, like light red skin, blue hair that's shaved into like stripes going front to back, which is tied back with her long ears into a ponytail. Blue eyes. They're both dressed fairly sailory, nothing particularly fancy, kind of loose clothes, lots of browns and whites.
no eye patch though.
No eye patch, no big hats either. Oh, and Uliana is mute. She uses sign language, common sign language, or she can like write and stuff. She can hear perfectly fine.
She can speak common, right? Or write in common.
Yeah. But once she realized that none of y'all understood common sign language, she pulled out some glowing powder and was able to essentially like skywrite in front of you in common. So you
That's
can
pretty
read
cool.
that way. It's a little slower, but she's able to communicate that way as well.
She's probably the only person to be able to talk to me in animal form easily, I guess. Figured it out. We have a system. It's fine.
So that's where we pick up. It's the 10th Mooterol. It's an Airs Day.
So we're on the water.
Like the week. Well, you're on a boat in dock.
Oh, okay.
The plan that was talked about like near the end of the last session was to leave in the morning. It's like mid-afternoon, I think. And they essentially proposed that I don't remember who it was. Someone was concerned that the crew had been like drinking all day. It might have been. It was either Yvette or Sirius, I think. But
so are we? We're down a person. Sirius is a player character.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Sirius is with you, but will not talk a lot today.
He's very like meditating.
Okay.
Oh, also, do we talk about how I think the harpies possibly or sirens?
Yeah,
Yes.
so the crewmate that y'all talked to at the bar, I don't remember which bar you went to. I think you went to the Iron Devilfish. But anyways, you talked
sounds
to Chech Perogi, a Tengu woman. Bribed her with some ale, some free ale, and she spilled basically everything that she saw from the crow's nest when they were beset upon. And yeah, essentially what you got is that they're harpies or sirens. She wasn't really sure which. She doesn't really know the difference. But between Percy's and Sirius, you'll knew a fair amount about the two. And I think you're currently leaning towards that they're harpies. Based on what you heard.
Yeah. So get ready for that, I guess. But yeah, I think that was most of what we did, right? I don't think I have anything else personally to prep for. I think
I've
okay.
had kind of spent some time thinking about the harpies, and kind of like a week. And what if we get earmuffs? Some sort of earmuffs.
Is that
we're
a
talking.
thing?
I mean, yeah, well, you're not going to be able to like go to a store and just buy earmuffs, but you can fashion something that will,
Yeah.
accomplish that if you think it's a good idea.
Are we talking like sirens or just like really annoying harpies?
They noted that there were some people that were walking off the boat
Oh boy.
absentmindedly.
Yes, yeah. The first thing that Pergy noted that she saw was someone on one of the other ships in their convoy. Actually, I think she said there was two people just like walk off the deck of their ship into the water, and then after that, the whole group was attacked by these little flying things, and there was like a bunch of fog and stuff.
Well, that sounds ominous.
So that the important bits of the most important bits of information that y'all identified about harpies and sirens, though, is that harpies can't actually produce like original um, vocalizations, at least not that do anything. But they can mimic other vocalizations and like carry over effects that way. Whereas sirens can just straight up sing to enchant someone. So, but harpies are like smaller and come in much bigger groups. Sirens you typically only see one at a time. So there's some contradictions as to the reports that you got. So it's a little unclear what it is that you're dealing with.
My theory is that it's a siren and harpist. The siren's like the big boss. It's the godfather of the harpies. Can I roll like craft checks for earmuffs?
Well, what would you make earmuffs out of?
That's a good question. Didn't thought about it. Maybe
I mean,
I'll.
easier to do would be to just like put wax in your ears. You can just buy a load of candle wax and ball it up and stick it in your ears. It's kind of gross, but it's effective.
It is kind of gross.
Did we previously rule on how my character deals with loud things? I feel like there was one moment where we had to decide.
I probably
you,
shot over your head.
you have I mean you still hear and stuff, like you have normal senses. But you do have some resistance to certain mind affecting things, I think. Let me check. You're immune to hunger, thirst, suffocation.
Drowning.
Yep. You get a
Poison, I
bonus against death effects and negative energy effects.
Yeah, I guess you could just like be on the bottom of the ocean and not give a shit, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you're immune to bleed and mundane disease and poison, but so
Okay.
there's no resistance to, like mind affecting things or sound
I
based
didn't think
things.
so. Yeah.
And you
All
also
right.
you get
So
shit
audio
against
will
like
just
fatigue and
assume affect
exhaustion
me
and
as
stuff.
normal.
Yeah.
Here, let's put wax on my ears.
So without ears to like block up from this, where does my sense originate from?
You've got like ear holes still.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah, I guess it makes most sense to say that you have something that can be blocked up. Otherwise, you're at a disadvantage here. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm totally fine saying you can block the the ear holes in the sides of your skull and gain the benefits of this.
Okay. Well, I'll do the same thing then. Just take candle wax or whatever wax and just like
Yeah,
patch the hole like I'm patching the hole in drywall.
I'm not. I'm not like going because we heard that there was a lot of fog, right?
Yeah, a fog rolled in right around
Yeah.
when all this went down for the crew that
So
came back.
I will suggest the wax thing, and I will have it kind of ready for when we see the fog, so we just don't go what the whole trip.
I feel like if we see the fog, it's already too late. So I'm perfectly fine to do the writing thing. Since we're going to be doing that with one crewmate anyway, it seems.
Well,
perhaps
okay,
it's
so
best
at some point in your time with Ven and Olyana, I imagine you'll talk about like the time scale for this trip. It's going to be several days.
Okay.
So you probably don't want to be deaf the whole time unless you have to be. So I mean, it's up to you, I guess, if you just want to be ready and have shit in your ears for like 4 days, but
I won't complain.
Well,
I am very nonplussed at most things.
is shit on your ears better than wax?
You know, that's a good question.
I would think it's worse.
Yeah, probably.
All right, I am going to prepare this spell definitely. I can touch people and give them water breathing, I think. So that might be a. It like divides it. I think it's, yeah, so I'll just put it in chat. So maybe this might help. So maybe we don't have to scream at each other the whole time. Let me see. Yeah. So if I can like tag you before you go on, we are seeing something. I don't know how we could like prepare for that. Like if we know things are about to get screwy, I guess they would give some sort of thing unless we got like ambush.
Just keep Welby and oh, I'm sorry, Yvette near you and Sirius near you.
And whatever other useful NPCs that would be nearby, that could be, yeah, because it's like
just us.
okay, sure. It's 12 hours and it divvies out who I touch though. So
Wow, that's actually really long.
it's
Well,
2 hours per
yeah, it's
level.
12 hours if you only do it to yourself. If you you divide it otherwise. So if you split it
I
amongst
see what you're saying. Okay.
3 people, then it's only 4 hours, but it's still pretty good. 4 hours is still a long time.
What is the climate of the water here? Is it gonna make us hypothermic?
Maybe. So you are on the very northernmost tip of Dolrast, and this this route that they're experiencing these problems on, basically the primary route that goes through this town, this harbor, is pretty far on the north. It runs like northern Dolores to northern Marathel and like skates pretty close to Etar, which is basically just a giant glacier. So it's pretty cold.
And
And you're on the tail end of essentially winter. So it's starting to get warmer, but it's still, it's not quite spring yet. So it's chilly.
I'd say that water is pretty dangerous then.
Yeah, I was going to actually, since I'm a druid and all, and I want to see what it's like. I've not really been near an ocean recently, and so I walk over to the pier. Are we close to the boat?
We could be wherever you want to be.
All right. Well, I'm like, if you need me, I'm going to spend some time underwater and
I want to be in Disneyland.
experience this. And I just I start to morph into a giant octopus and slide off the pier.
Nice.
Just like I awkwardly do it a little too far away from, so I have to like roll a little bit. Not used to it yet.
The wood of the pier creaks a little bit under the sudden weight change as you turn into this huge octopus and slide into the water, leaving behind a disgusting mucus film on the wood.
I'm not used to this form yet. It needs some slack.
There's definitely some weird looks that go around from some of the people that are working on the other ship that's here in the dry dock, or in the wet dock. I guess it's not dry dock.
Next time we can push you into the ocean.
We'll put that in the retrospective.
Of all of the marine creatures you could have changed into, you picked an octopus?
I don't really have any other really good water breathing options right now, I think. I want to be able to have like one aquatic form, and I'm not used to it yet. So
wait, do you have to pick and choose your forms?
It's right now I'm limited by size categories. So anywhere from actually tiny to large now, and I can do it twice a day.
Large
so
is
there's
pretty
some like you could fit like shark in there as well, but octopus has
arms.
Yeah, which gives you a lot more like options.
Also, you don't inherit like a lot of the abilities of the animals, so you kind of have to play more of their like innate abilities, which like them being able to grapple real good.
Oh yeah, I guess if you grab someone that isn't a sea creature and grapple them and just go down.
Yeah, I was secretly planning on drowning an enemy if I could, because that'd be kind of metal.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Just an octopus holding someone down underwater,
Imagine a minotaur jumping from the crow's nest, turning into an octopus mid-air, and then grabbing a harpy on the air and just going to the ocean.
Some WrestleMania shit happen.
So yeah, I guess you guys are walking off the ship with Ven and Uliana as Perseus turns into a giant octopus and slinks off. I bet you're gonna go buy some wax.
Yeah.
To load people up. It's only gonna be like, I don't know, like 5 silver to get enough wax for the whole party.
No, I was thinking about like the whole crew, not the whole party.
Just throw it up to a round gold piece then.
Okay. Like, I have a lot of wax.
Yeah, you can get like a big block of candle wax that you can like, break off a little piece, ball it up in your fingers and jam it in there.
Should be waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gonna like convey my idea to the captain, the first mate and shit. Just not gonna shove this on here. Gonna like tell them that this is an option. Not gonna force anyone to do it, but this is an option.
As you're walking into town, whoever, I guess, everyone except Perseus, because Perseus went into the water, is gonna see a couple of images flash sort of before your eyes, like it doesn't fully obscure your vision or anything, but you're like very conscious that it's there. First, you see a picture of the outside of a bar. Then you see a picture of the inside of some building. There's like a fire pit and like tables running along the walls. A bunch of people standing around with drinks. And then you see a picture of a street that you can sort of correlate with a street that you have seen in town that's also not too far away.
I don't appreciate these ads in my face.
And right after this, Ilyana starts signing something to Ven. You all been to the watering hole? Lovely pub. That's Ilyana's suggestion. I don't know if you've partaked.
This the day before, or we were like on the morning after? Are we getting ready?
This is
to go, or we
still
already.
This is still before.
Oh, okay. I thought we had the drinks like off.
We can.
Stream. Yeah.
We can fast forward through drinks. Or I mean, y'all can just let Ven and Ilyana go have drinks by themselves. This is totally up to you.
Who's watching the boat?
There might be some crew on the ship right now, but you didn't see any when you
If
left.
there's anything happening underwater, I'll be sure to put my tentacles on them.
Well, I don't drink anything, so
True.
I'm gonna go back to the ship if I can and just sort of poke around,
Okay.
get my bearings.
I could. I can go at the tavern with the captain and the first mate, but I will not drink because I get drunk really fast, and I don't want it to be fucked up in the morning.
Right.
I'm at work. I'm professional.
Does someone in the party have telepathy? Or was I imagining that?
Ilyana's species has sort of image-based telepathy.
Okay. Oh.
Comes particularly in handy if you're mute. But otherwise, it's mostly useful for others of their kind. Because it's pretty limited in sort of the types of things that it can communicate.
Is her race mute by?
Oh, what is happening?
Your mic is being weird.
Super robot-y and like weirdly quiet.
James's is, that is. That's
Yes. Oh.
Hello?
Is this better?
You sound like you're on the other side of the room.
Hello?
Oh, nope. That's nope.
Back to robot.
That was weird. It was so sudden of a change.
It really was. It was like mid-sentence.
Yeah. But also just for just to save some time, or while we're doing that, I am planning probably just to chill like in this form until like dusk, and then
How big is
probably find an end. Huh?
is it good?
Yeah, you're perfect now.
It
Yeah, you
is.
fixed it.
Sorry.
How strange.
That was weird.
Did something particular do it, or do you even know?
Uh, I don't really know for sure. I'm pretty sure it's like a bitrate thing. I don't know.
Oh, I got
Sample rate thing, not bitrate thing. Sample rate.
you.
My interface supports like a bajillion of them. Sometimes it switches without my know.
Oh.
But we're good, I think.
Well, so if you wanted to poke around the ship, this is the ship. It's obviously not in the middle of the ocean. It's in a dock, but
Yeah. Any? Is there a lower deck?
yeah. So it is a it's a bit of an odd vessel. So it's a two-masted, square-rigged ship, and the you can sort of see on the side there are these little. They're currently blocked off, but there's a bunch of these little holes along the edge, or the sides. And if you go to the lower decks in the ship, you'll see that there are oars. So it has, the lower deck is dominated by these oars, and there's a little bit of like sleeping space for people. There's basically zero cargo room on this vessel. On the front of it, there is a big like metal reinforced ram.
Like an icebreaker?
Sort of, yeah. It's pretty similar to that. And painted on the side is a little eye and some like speckling, so it kind of looks like a bird with the ram as the bill. And then on the top deck, there's a bunch of these little ballista things, these like mounted crossbows, and a bunch of ammunition that's like strapped down next to them.
What is their rotation degree?
They can go like 180 degrees.
Oh, nice.
If you want to like
okay.
hop on one and swivel them around, they can go. It's not quite 100. It's probably like 165 or something like that. But so they can't go. They can't fire into the center of the ship, but they could fire pretty much anywhere outside the ship.
Can they be detached? Do I see anything that would allow me to like detach it and hold it?
Not easily.
Okay. If
So
we're
they're-
being chased by something or someone, I don't see a way to defend ourselves. So that's a problem.
Gotta get creative.
Yeah.
I mean,
Detaching a ballista.
yeah. The other thing, I guess, is if they're pretty big, so you
Mm.
wouldn't be able to like hold one and fire it yourself. You need to like pick it up and move it somewhere and somehow get it stable on the ground or something somewhere else if you wanted to do that.
Are
But,
these,
I mean, you could make it happen. It just you'd have to break something to make it happen, basically.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever. Break.
Yeah, they're not
No big deal.
designed to be like unhooked or anything like that.
The whatever the back part of a ship is called, stern?
Yes.
How do you get up there or down there? I see there's like a little barrier.
There's stairs.
Stairs. Got it. Oh, I see them now. I thought those were boxes. Okay.
Yeah. There's stairs running to the elevated bits at the front and back of the ship.
And the helm is in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see that? Okay. Um,
And then the this is the like captain's quarters place that you came from.
Got
that
it,
little
got
divot is where the door is. So that back
Okay.
section on this level is that little room.
where? How do you get down? Where's the down?
There are ladders near the front
Okay.
that go down. There's also, it's currently covered in boxes and stuff, but there's
Yeah.
these like gates that can lift up if you need to move bigger things up and down.
Just to let some servant light in there. Are there people on the ship currently? Like the
no.
people that are driving, like propulsing the ship?
No, there's no one on the ship right now.
So, okay, I guess we don't know our intended. I mean, the ship has a sail.
Yes,
At
it has
least
two big
Two-
like square rigged sails.
Okay. So do
that's
we?
this is one mast, this is the other one. This one has a crow's nest sort of thing you can climb up and stand in.
So we don't necessarily need a crew to paddle the ship.
Right. The oars are not required for propulsion, but they give a little bit more maneuverability. They give some extra oomph if you need to.
Okay.
In certain scenarios, if the wind isn't helping, or
Do we have an anchor somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, if these great crates and goods boxes are open, I'd like to take a peek inside to see what they've got.
I'm sure a couple of them are open. A lot of them are going to be sealed, but probably one of each kind is open.
Is this a cargo vessel, an exploratory vessel?
This is a
people mover.
This is a military vessel.
Military. Okay.
Yes. So if you take a peek in some of these crates, they are like essential supplies. They're food, basically.
Got it.
So this is a like a mercenary ship that goes with the merchant convoys as escort, essentially. If anything goes down. So this, like, it typically doesn't go places alone. It's usually with other like big cargo vessels that carry stuff. But in this case, they've lost most of their cargo vessels, or a lot of them. So
general lore question about the area and the general technology. Would these ballista be considered formidable in like a ship-to-ship battle, or would other ships have like cannons or something?
No one's got cannons, really.
Okay.
So these ballista are not for like damaging the ship; they're for killing people. So the bulk of ship-to-ship combat is if you've got mages that can do some damage. That's number one. That's going to be your best bet. But that's not super common. The next best thing is boarding, usually. So it's lots of boarding and just trying to kill the other crew rather than trying to sink their ship.
Okay. Neat. I feel pretty comfortable on this ship now. I assume the captain's quarters is locked.
Yeah, they probably would have locked that behind them when you all left.
All right. Well, I'll probably go below deck and make myself at home.
Okay. There's so the oars dominate the center of the lower deck, but on both ends there's some like bunks lined up. It is not enough for everyone to sleep at once, so safe bet that they do like half on, half off sort of shifts, unless they're in combat, in which case everyone's awake.
Any chests or lockable, like lock boxes and things I could put stuff in?
No.
Got it. Okay.
There's some like spots where people have some like personal effects just sort of in a corner, but there's no chests or anything like built in.
Okay.
Not exactly a luxury vessel.
Indeed. Military. Well, I'm not gonna like set up a grenade or anything, so I'm good. I'm just gonna hang out on the ship.
Okay. Yeah, Ven and Ilyana are going to drink for the night. I bet you're going shopping. Percy's here in the sea. I'm gonna make a call and say Sirius will be responsible and only have 1 or 2 drinks with them.
That's what Rob would have wanted.
1 or 2, it's enough to make Avec go really drunk.
He'll have 1 or 10 drinks.
It's a dangerous game.
Okay, so if no one else wants to do anything else today, we can make it morning.
Yes! Let's make I want to fight some birds!
All right.
While you make it morning, I will be right back. 2 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta do a 2 minutes description of getting onto the morning now.
So the sun rises on a chilly day, the 11th Moonerall, 3054 AU is the date. It is Tails Day. Second to last day of the week.
Wait, the Sonic character?
No, TALE, not TAIL. Like a story.
Oh.
Yeah.
I sent you a spell, Kyle. It's not in roll d20, but if it's cool with you, I'll just I think that's cool, right? Just...
Beast speak. Yeah, you can add that to your
Yeah.
sheet if it's you can just type it up manually if you want. Otherwise, I'll just leave the tab open actually if you're going to use it today.
Word, yeah, it's probably better than my tapping system that I had going on.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So I assume that y'all made arrangements to meet on the ship at a certain time, probably pretty early morning. At least that's what would have been encouraged by the sailors.
Yeah.
So by the
Yeah.
time you get there, it's or I guess Krakus, did you sleep on the ship or did you sleep
I
at
just
the inn?
stayed there. I don't sleep. I just
Oh yeah, that's true.
sort of hung out patiently.
Empty ship with the skeleton sitting there, just
Looked
looking.
over my marbles.
So Krakus is counting marbles all night, and as the sun comes up, sailors begin pouring onto the ship. There's like 40 of them, like 30 to 40 sailors that come on. Everyone's like, they're getting the rigging ready. They're all business, ready to go.
How many of them freak out when they see a skeleton sitting on the ship?
Probably a lot of them. So it's a lot of like orcs, goblins, Tengu, humans. That's the sort of like mix we're looking at here, for the most part. And I suspect most of them have not had a lot of a lot of interactions with skeleton people. So I'm sure there's a number of them who like go below decks and see a skeleton sitting in a corner or like on a bunk or whatever, and have a bit of a jump. one will like climb down the ladder, walk towards their bunk, just whistling some shanty to themselves, not paying much attention. They'll go to a spot right next to you, Krakus, and just start like putting some things on one of the bunks, and then we'll do like a double take as they spot you out of the corner of their eye and run up the up back out and up the ladder.
Oh, pardon me, my last shift must have lasted a few too many years.
Yeah, you say that as they're climbing back up the ladder and they do not slow down.
Well, I guess people understand who's down there now.
There's a raucous laughter that you can hear from above deck after this person gets all the way up there. And then like a couple moments later, a group of people come down and they're like led by someone who, one of the few people who knows what's going on. Maybe they met up with Ven and Oleana and got the lowdown of the group that they were going to be taking. And they like introduce themselves and are much more pleasant.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, I'll just stay up top deck. I probably will not feel comfortable in the bottom areas with my size and everything, so I'll just chill in the bow for now.
Yeah, the ladders are for sure a tight squeeze for you. You could probably make it, but it's not a huge hole to get down there. So it's a little uncomfortable for a man of your size.
Too thick.
I probably gets to the ship like singing out loud some sea shanty he learned when he was coming to the continent. Just like making himself known, talking to everyone, going like good morning to everyone, then looking at the ship, finding places that he can hide.
Okay, y'all should see the broad curlew in your journal now. Hopefully you can see the character sheet for that. Let me know if you can't.
Oh, neat.
I do see it.
Cool.
It's just the bio and info there. Is that the link?
Oh, there should be a character sheet tab.
I just see bio info.
It's just the link.
Okay. How about now? Can you see the character sheet now?
Yes.
Refreshing.
Yes.
Nice. Really the only important bits on here is the melee ranged attacks. Mostly the ranged attacks.
Holy shit. That's a lot of people.
Oh god, it's got a health bar.
Yeah, it's got a health bar.
What languages does it speak?
40 people? That's insane. Can 40 people even fit on this boat?
But yeah, it's a lot of them have to stay below decks most of the time.
Okay.
So one of the things that they're doing as they get ready is some of them carry some of these, they like push things aside and get these crates, or a couple of the crates, not all of them, below decks, and they have them set up in spots and are using them as tables to like play games and shit to buy the time. But because boarding is such a big part of combat, that means you have to have a lot of people, and also they need a lot of people to row potentially, if that is a thing that needs to happen during a situation. So manpower is important, but it also means that there's a lot of people doing not a lot most of the time.
What I see is that we have a lot of mid shield. We're gonna fully use the random NPCs as mid shield. I would say that Ivette feels and looks weirdly comfortable with the ship space because it's like a lot of people in a tighter space, so it's kind of like the cave again. Like
Yeah.
a bunch of kobolds on a cave, so like a bunch of people on a ship. It's kind of have like the
It's
same
also
feeling, right?
nice and dark down on the lower decks.
Yeah, he's like fully just taking it in. He's really comfortable with the situation.
I also want to keep my eyes on the horizon. Just I want to study, see if there's any way I can determine if there's going to be any weather happening on our trip today. Um, as much as I can know, I guess.
Okay.
Or I guess, inference from like just looking.
Give me a survival check. See if you can predict the weather.
Nice.
Oh, okay. With a 23, you have a pretty good idea of the weather today and tomorrow.
Ooh.
Nice.
Today is going to be clear. Tomorrow, for most of the day, it's going to be clear, but you can tell by the movements of the wind, the time of year, and just like how weather differs on the water, that it will be not here in town, but once you're actually out there, at the end of the day tomorrow, there might be a storm rolling in.
Okay. Good.
Unclear how big, but some degree of dark clouds are very possible.
Okay. Well, if I see the captain, I will definitely relay that information. Or skipper, or anyone who would probably be willing to listen to me talk to a giant minotaur.
Yeah, the captain will definitely listen, but he's very focused on getting everything ready, and like he's gonna spend a lot of time looking over maps and stuff to plot out the course. Ulyana would be much more like actually interested, but the captain will still, take your word for it.
Is it
Respect your
Captain Ven? Ven is the captain?
Ven is the captain, yes.
Ven is the captain, okay.
Good to know.
I feel like at some point, Ivette would get to the captain and go like, "Hi, Captain. Yeah, I feel like I would be more comfortable if I was just not on a cruise ship. Is there anything that you think I can do as work on the ship? I'm fully committed and I can do whatever you tell me, unless it's something that it needs a lot of strength because I'm pretty weak."
Oh, you want to work? Oh, well, I'm certainly not going to turn that down. Well, there's tons to do. You can help with setting up the rigging. You can, you said you don't have much strength on you, so probably you're not going to be much for the oars, but, and he'll rattle off a bunch of little jobs that you can do, like tying things down, making sure things, like lines are secure, stuff like that.
Yep. And
Anyone in the
I'm
crow's
gonna
nest
do
currently?
it.
Wow, what was that, Krakus?
Sorry, Welby, finish your thought, please.
No, I just said that I'm gonna do it.
Oh.
The little jobs that hit.
Just asking if anyone was in the crow's nest currently.
Yeah, I had the.
Yes. There's
okay.
a Tango Man in the crow's nest because I can't resist that joke of putting a crow in the crow's nest.
Is there perhaps a bones nest on the ship?
You can certainly climb up there. You can hang out in the crow's nest. There's room for 2 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a bit of a tight squeeze. You're not going to be like lounging if there's two people up there, but there's certainly enough room to stand.
I'll keep him company. I'll
yeah.
get to know this person.
Yeah, you could also just like hang out in the rigging somewhere if you're confident in your ability to hold on.
I absolutely am. I'll hang out in the rigging near Mr. Crow
Nice.
and get to know this person. Say hello and. What is thy name?
Aki. And you?
Cracker's Bone Cage.
Pleasure.
How long have you been crowing, Crow?
Never gets old, does it? I've
Just went extremely racist.
I've been with the curlew for 4 months.
Does anyone ever say you're part of the Crow?
That is a new one.
Ah, excellent. Good.
So you're here to help us fight some things, or?
I have my own means, but I tag along for my own... to further my own goals. Should the ship come under fire, I will help out.
I see. All we've really been told is that we're going to find out what's been taking the ships. Not really sure what to expect.
There are reports of crewmen just walking off the ship. Perhaps rig yourself to something just in case.
Well, I don't think I would just walk off the ship. That doesn't really sound very smart.
I don't think these people are of their right mind.
Oh. Right. Well, thanks for the heads up. I'll spread the word. Who's moving
What's
the ship?
happening to the ship?
Someone's sliding the ship all over the place.
Oh, it's me. Sorry. I was trying to see the tokens from
okay.
close.
Sometimes you just gotta ghost ride the whip.
Okay, so the ship will get underway. We have a weather forecast. We've got Yvette running around in full sailor mode. Crack is hanging out in the riggings. People crawling all over the place. Once you start getting going, everything calms down a bit, and people just start relaxing a bit more. Everything's set. Seas seem calm. Air is chilly. It's a bit windy as well. Actually, it'd be a lot windy because it's a sort of windy day, and also you're on a boat that's going fast. So, but you begin your trip underway. You're going like west by northwest, sort of. I'm sorry, east by northeast, not west.
That sounds better.
Because you're in the sort of northeastern corner of the continent.
So, if we come back, we'll be going south by southwest.
True. Or actually, no, you'd be going west by southwest.
Oh.
Close.
I don't know
close.
directions. Is this the captain?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, then who's on the
Holy
helm?
Fuck.
Uliana is on the helm.
Oh.
The captain's hot.
So, as you spend some time on the ship, eventually the word will come to you. Someone will talk to the captain or Uliana or something. You'll get the word. The full trip takes like 3 weeks to go all the way across. All the way across to Marathel, but they don't expect it. They don't expect it to go the whole way. right? Because what you're shooting for is to find something that's been attacking these ships somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, if everything's
Right.
silent, it would take 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, if you find nothing, it takes 3 weeks, and then you have to come back and hope you find it on the way back. But they don't really have a good idea of how far out this stuff happened. And neither do y'all. You didn't find anyone to give you that information. So at some point on this trip, you're going to hit something, hopefully, that's been attacking these ships. The first day, though, goes completely without incident. As per your weather forecast, it was clear skies the whole day and night. The sunrise of the second day of your trip confirm your suspicions, Perseus, that there will be a storm that sort of rolls in near the end of the day.
Burn down the hatches. Or whatever they say. I'm not used to sailor stuff.
Give me another survival check to see if you can get like a more pinpoint on the specifics of the storm. Now that you're on the actual day of.
Everybody?
Yeah, anyone can try. At this point, you've all been told that there's something coming, so you would know to look to the skies for sure.
I wanna roll.
Might as well just jump into the water right now.
Yeah, Percy's
Go walking.
Percy's and
under the
Yvette,
ship.
you both see the signs in the sky, and you'll spot Uliana looking up into the clouds several times during the day as well. It's going to be very windy, and there's probably going to be a lot of cold rain. It's not going to be like a fucking hurricane or anything, but it's certainly something that you'll need to deal with. But you have a very good idea of when it's coming, so it's not going to be a surprise to any of you.
Is this Ilyana?
Yes.
Right here? Okay. I call that to Percy's and say, "You're quite the wizard with the weather forecast, my friend."
You know, I've you spent enough times out there in the sticks. You learn a thing or two about the clouds and whatnot. They blow in certain directions, certain times. You know, I feel it in my horns at this point. You know, you just gotta anticipate it.
Well, you know what they say about big clouds.
Big rain.
That's perfect. Big clouds, big rain. Yep.
It's what my ancestors told me.
Wouldn't be surprised if I had met a few of them in my days.
You have been around a long time, right? Have you seen many of my kind in your time?
I honestly cannot say. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Certainly that big war was before my time. The one that has Percy's races in it. But
yes, that was. So you definitely haven't been alive during the height of of their culture, but as you travel across Dolras, there's certain regions where there's A lot more of them, particularly in the sort of central area where they used to have their big empire.
How long do they live usually?
It's around the same amounts as humans.
Yeah,
right?
I think they're in the same ballpark as humans.
Okay.
I will check though. Yeah, 60 to 80 years, a little less than humans.
Interesting. Okay.
So, as the day goes on, you start to sail into some clouds. Not particularly dark gray clouds, but you have a pretty good idea that the predicted storm is not too far away, and Percy's, I think at some point you're probably like, I don't know, doing like the fucking lick your finger and stick it in the air sort of thing to test the wind or something. And
That seems like a good move.
yeah,
I'll
and
do
there's a change in wind direction that you notice, and like the pressure changes over the course of a couple minutes, and it starts to roll in this storm. The clouds darken very suddenly. The winds pick up pretty rapidly.
Storm ho!
Because you have this all fully predicted, though, the crew is ready. Ven will shout several orders, like, you know, he has them take down one of the sails, make sure everything is strapped and secured down. Everything that's on deck is strapped and secured down. Most people will go below decks. It seems the plan is to just sort of like wait it out, not go too fast.
I'll help
Seems
where I
like
can
something.
above. If they're short-staffed up above, I'll help.
Yeah, I'll help you.
I bet Oleana's gonna run up to you, put a hand on your shoulder, and you see a picture of like a picture of a little bag, like a little leather bag, and then a picture of like slick ground, like oiled ground or something. And she makes some motions with her hands. Then she snaps, sort of remembering that you have no fucking idea what what sign language is, and will pull out like a sheet of paper and scribble something down.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Do you have any oil?
Do I?
We don't have any on board.
You cook it?
You cooking?
Wait, cooking oil or just like oil?
Any sort of oil.
Any sort
I
of oil?
don't think I have. I have wax.
She shakes her head no.
Can Percy's turn into a small whale and we can like carve off anything?
A small whale the size of a large whale.
A whale calf, perhaps?
I wish I could just do baby versions to get past the size restriction.
I don't have any oil. I'm sorry.
I thought I had like an oil flask, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I have on my sheet. There's like a kitchen knife, holy water bottle.
Some of my potions might be flammable.
I do have an underwater goggle though. That's cool.
Interesting.
Oh, alcohol. Do we have alcohol on board?
Probably it's pirates.
That
I
might-
mean,
that
they're,
might
they're
be.
not pirates, but what will they do with the drunken sailor? What will they do
So-
with the...
Striking out with you, she'll go around the one by one and ask the rest of you if you have any oil.
Yeah,
I say no, but I suggest alcohol.
She'll shake her head no and flash an image of a bag of oil like dangling over the side of the ship.
Okay.
I have alchemist fire and flame, but nothing oily. And holy water, but nothing oily.
All right, sort of disappointed, she'll walk off and make up a spot like over here, sort of in the cover of the elevated portion, next to a bunch of like rags and spare canvas and stuff. Sort of hunker down and pull out a little flute.
Ooh.
And this is when it starts to get, the storm really picks up. It starts to rock the ship pretty dramatically. It's gotten very dark at this point. The rain's beating down. It's coming in like sideways. You can see the ship, or the rather the sails, sort of bending as the ship gets pushed slightly off its course, or its prior course.
Holy shit, start raining here too.
Oh. I guess how many of you are staying up top, if any?
I'm up top.
I'll be holding on to something up top. I think it'd probably be what I would want to do.
If the captain tells me to do something, I will do something. So if he tells me to stay up top and help something, I will be helping something.
Okay, Sirius is going to hold his stomach and head below decks as his face turns a bit green. The the extra movement is not playing well with his stomach.
Oh, poor guy.
And he vanished.
I can't conjure ginger ale, unfortunately.
As this storm rages on, a couple of the straps securing some of the crates in the center snap, and a couple of these huge crates of food begin to slide towards the edge of the ship.
Oh boy!
Like one of these big boys.
I start running to try and hold it in position with my hands, and if I start slipping, I will enlarge myself.
Okay, make me a strength check.
All right.
I'm gonna get some ropes so we can tie it.
Okay.
I cannot do strange shit.
18, you are you've gotten in front of this crate that's sliding, threatening to fall off the side of the ship. You stop its movement as Yvette comes running up with a bunch of rope. You can start to slowly push it back towards the, where it was before. And give me a sleight of hand, Yvette, to tie this thing down. Okay, and as the ship begins to rock back the other way, Perseus, you get it back in place over this grating at the center, and Yvette, you quickly lash the rope around and get it secured down so it won't move anymore.
Hey, teamwork!
Which one of you dummies did this?
Yeah, the ropes that were holding it down before are like frayed in the center where they snapped. Like the piece that was like resting against the edge of the crate or something.
Oh, okay. It's not an inside job. I thought we had an imposter. We were about to Among Us the shit out of this ship.
The rain rages on. It starts picking up even heavier. The wind continues to be very high. Visibility is very low. It starts to get even a little hard to breathe as the sea crashing up against the sides. The foam sprays off and gets blown across the ship. There's few people that are still up top are shouting at each other, but it's hard to hear over the sound of the sea.
Avast! I learned that that's pirate lingo.
Water begins washing over the top deck, and some of it pouring down into the lower decks below. There's, I guess actually you can't hear it, but there's some shit happening down below decks as well. I need a fortitude save from everyone that's up top.
Oh,
For what?
shit.
To essentially endure this weather.
Okay.
God, please don't fuck me. Okay.
I rolled a 20.
Wow.
So that'd be 25.
2 nat 20s. Okay. Y'all are holding it together like champs. You're, as a lot of these sailors running around are clearly getting run down with fatigue. You are built of sterner stuff, and the group of you are able to keep going. You're not like getting worn down by all the extra work it takes to even just stand in this weather with the ship rocking back and forth and the wind blowing.
It's funny because I'm literally built with less stuff than most people on deck.
Well, the wind blizzard just blows right through you. It's like,
Hey, that's true. So I'm looking around in my inventory, and maybe there's something on the deck of the ship. I want to try to make a sort of like a mini grapple, something that can wrap around my waist and like quickly hook to wood nearby.
Okay.
But I need a hook. Like I don't see a hook in my inventory, and I don't see a hook. Maybe I see a hook, but I'm looking around the deck for something to do.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
There's not a single crew member that has a hook for a hand. There's no eye patch, nor big heads, no hooks.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah, even with this storm raging on, you find actually a couple of things. You find like a 4-way like classic grappling hook thing. You also find some simpler just like single hook things. You find a bunch of options basically in various
Beautiful
piles and chests and stuff up here.
I'll take that classic grapple.
Nice. And there's rope fucking everywhere. It's a boat, so
yeah. I say I'll fashion like a 6-foot-long grapple hook. If I can, and then sort of tie it around my waist, and then swing it around and hook it to the nearest mast. And if I need to move somewhere, I can like detach it, run over to the place, and then hook it to something else to stay stable.
Okay, cool.
That's a good idea.
So you have secured yourself to, or you're able to secure yourself to a part of the ship, regardless of where you are. As people are running around making sure things stay secure, there's people begin forming a line and are bailing water out of the lower decks. They're like passing it up through the stairs and chucking it out the top.
I was about to say, I was thinking about going downstairs and checking to see if there were any holes or anything. If I can fit myself down there, it might take myself a little longer to get down there. But yeah, I would. Against my better judgment of wanting to stay above ground, I want to try and see if we are threatening of being sunk right now.
Well, octopi can fit into really tight spaces.
That's true.
Yeah, just have it roll down the stairs.
You can get down there through the ladder as well. It's just like not comfortable, and it takes you a little longer than everyone else.
Okay.
And there's 2 ladders, so they're bailing up one of them, and they've left the other one open. So you can get down and help. Once you get below decks, you see that there is a flurry of activity down here as people are trying to figure out how to get the water out from here, and there's these little holes where the oars go through along the side. They're, for the most part, they're all closed up. They have they can slide wood across them to seal them closed. But there's a couple of people who are trying to bail out those little holes.
Oh,
So they're trying to chuck water through those little holes with limited success, as more water just pours in. What would you like to do down here, Perseus?
Are there any holes? Is it just coming from the rain, or is it kind of look around and see if there's sources of water pouring down
Give me
here?
a perception check.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to see down here. Do you have low light vision or anything? No, you don't.
I do not. But I do have light. I can just cast this as a level 0 spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you cast light, then that will get rid of the difficulties that you were having otherwise adjusting to the difference down here. And you're able to see there's no real structural damage to anything down here, but there's water pouring in from the grating up top, and there are a couple of those little oar holes where the seals aren't super tight, and there's water coming in from there as well, in addition to the water coming into the ones that are intentionally opened. And people are just buckets in hand passing them along, trying to bail it out.
One of the buckets full of vomit from Sirius.
I want to see if I can go over to those oar holes and repair them into pristine or close to pristine shape with my wood shape.
ooh, cool.
Absolutely. So I am going to need, because this is a little bit more complicated spell, I am going to need a concentration check for you.
Sure. Yes, I can do that.
Which is, I believe, just caster level. Yeah, you got a button for it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, 21 is enough. You're able to maintain your composure well enough to get this spell off and seal up some of these. Yeah, this is one touched piece of wood, but I'll let you, since they're pretty small, I'll let you just carry one casting around to cover up all the little holes that you spotted.
Okay.
Or the spots where the seal wasn't super tight. And you can tell once you've finished doing this, there's significantly less water coming in, and they're making a little bit more progress bailing stuff out.
I was thinking about just laying on the grate upstairs, hogging it. I'll just help bail now at this point. Yeah.
Back up topside, the ship lists pretty heavily off to one side. It starts to turn, and yard arm swings across. Yvette, I need a reflex save from you to get out of the way as this thing swings in your way. Easy, you get out of the way. This isn't your first rodeo. You know what happens on boats. And you're small, I guess.
Dying.
You're small, I guess. So probably you were perched up on top of something, or halfway up a mast, tying something off. When this yard arm comes swinging around, you get out of the way easily, and are not struck as the ship rights itself.
I've never looked so badass. Just the most badass this thing ever was.
The the wind starts to die down a little bit. The rain starts getting harder, and it turns eventually into sleet. But
Oh,
so it becomes even less comfortable to be up topside, but the ship is now calming significantly. There doesn't appear to be any major damage to anything, but there's still people bailing water out from below, although progress has definitely been made down there. And you all begin to be pelted with cold sleet.
Ugh. Is this like is this like out of the ordinary? Is this just part of the weather pattern? Like, is it something? Can we detect if it's like something that's at like a force at will here, or like a monster or some sort, or is it just
Give me a nature check.
natural weather? Yeah.
Can I retroactive say that I've had passed around wax to everyone and explain the plan?
Oh yeah. You have
Yeah. Okay.
you've been on the boat for 2 whole days now.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
can
okay.
definitely have done that. This is not particularly unusual weather. No. Up in this northern part of the seas, it is pretty cold, and so now that this storm has the bulk of this storm has sort of blown through, the temperature starts dropping again, and that's why it has gotten, the rain has switched back over to freezing.
No signs of foul play here, it seems.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too weird to you.
The storm was created from natural causes. Time of creation, 308. Stick a fork in it.
With the seas beginning to calm, the sleet continues, but it's not going sideways anymore. So it's just coming down straight, plapping loudly against the deck of the ship. The bailing completes for the most part below decks. It's still, there's still a little bit of water on little puddles and stuff, but it is no longer a real problem. And people are running around making sure everything is in place and okay, and it seems so. As the crew seems to take a collective sigh of relief.
right on.
Sometime later, as this freezing rain starts to slow down, but it will continue for most of the night, as you begin to they raise the second sail back up and get back underway, sort of readjusting course to make up for where the winds blew them. Oleana will begin to pull her flute back out and begin to play it. And before long, let me see, where is it? Just a moment. Where is it? There it is.
You believe that people went from continent to continent like this, like in real life?
Yeah, there might be something on the other side of this. We'll hope. Just want to sail forever. Sounds terrifying.
As Liana plays, the ice, or like the sleet collects and forms into a little ice crab. A little crab, it's like a king crab, but it's made entirely of ice. Begins to form and crawl over her legs as she's sat in a corner somewhere.
I stop everything that I'm doing to go to see the crab.
And thus, Ice Crab was born. Way back when.
Yeah. So, she's sat down in a corner, playing her flute and with her, her hands obviously occupied doing that, and the crab just sort of crawling around her legs in a friendly manner. If you run up, Ivette, you'll get a couple of like flashing images through your head as she continues to play. Of like her and the crab just like hanging out. It seems it's her little friend.
That's so cute.
Are you saying she conjured this thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
I I I got to her and I say like, I didn't know you had like magic. That's really fucking cool.
She'll stop playing and point to the flute.
Oh, the flute is magic. That's sick. Can the crab dance?
She'll turn her head sideways, sort of
Dance,
quizzically.
Go and I try. I kind of go like the crab dance thing, the crab wave, like side to side, my hands up.
She'll turn to the crab and seemingly talk to it telepathically, because there's they're both heads are both moving like sort of back and forth as if they're in the middle of a conversation, but you don't hear anything. And then the crab will turn back to you and mimic what you were doing.
Oh my god, this is the coolest thing I ever saw.
It's a little rough because it's got like, it doesn't have the big huge sort of claws, so it's got much longer limbs, but it's still, it's doing its best.
I'm just gonna dance with the crab the whole day. Does he have a name? Or she? Or they? I don't know. Does it have a name?
She'll pull out a little like notebook and write down aura.
Aura. The ice crab. Oh, aura.
So the night falls, the sleet eventually stops, and the ship is back on course. And I think we're going to take a short break because I have to pee. So
Sounds good.
Just go on the ocean, dude.
So yeah, I'll be back in like, I don't know, like 5 minutes. I'm gonna feed my cat too, so maybe 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, I'll take advantage too, use the bathroom and stuff. So I'll plan 407, 408 for me. Be right back.
BRB. Okay, I'm back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, are we all here?
Good question.
I'm back.
Okay. I think we're still down a skeleton. Chips.
Chips. Who's good skeleton?
I'm here.
Hi.
Oh,
So it is the morning after the storm. It's a bit foggy. The ship is wet.
the good parts, right? Not the bad ones. Like the ones inside that are not supposed to be wet.
It's not wet in a dangerous way.
Okay, good. I was scared.
And the they sort of slow their speed because the fog is limiting vision a little bit, but otherwise everything seems pretty calm.
Well, that's refreshing.
I want to keep my eyes to this guy, and if there's like any birds that I could like blend in with, if I wanted to like scout ahead, like unnoticed. Is there like seagulls, or is there like pelicans, or what? You know, I don't need to know that right away if there's no birds.
Yeah, no, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Keeping your eyes peeled.
I don't know. I close my character sheet like every time after I'm done.
You can
rolling.
pop it out into a separate window.
Yeah, I should.
That's what I usually do when I'm playing. Okay, you see several different kinds of birds actually. There's a lot of seagulls, but there's also like there's like an albatross that you spot. There's a couple of other weirder things. So you have some options of what is like naturally found in this area that you've spotted as you keep your eyes to the sky today.
You can also turn into a parrot because no one has one on this ship.
I could, but you would have to like come to the fact that I would be sitting on your shoulder. You would have to like realize that. Do you really want me on your shoulder? What are you doing?
I don't mind.
You can sit on my shoulder.
I flap my wings a lot. I get uncomfortable and I freak
I'm
out.
a patient skeleton.
I'll try not to poop on your back.
I mean, it's gonna fall.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Too long.
Fortitude check. Or is it Constitution? I won't try. No, is holding a poop in, is that like Constitution? What is that?
Yeah, if you don't have enough constitution, you're constipated.
That's a good way to remember it.
I will also say that you spot a something like an osprey or osprey, also known as a seahawk, which means there's at least a small body of land not too far away, but not necessarily super close either. So you have something that is very, very hawk-like that you could turn into.
Okay.
What did you say visibility was at this time?
It's fairly low because it's foggy.
Got it. Okay, foggy. Oh.
But it's not like 5 feet in front of your face fog. It's lighter than that, so you can see, I don't know, like 30 feet out in front of you without issue. And then it starts to become a problem.
So Perseus could technically lose sight of the ship very quickly.
Yeah, if you were to turn into a bird and fly off, it would not be hard to lose the ship.
Yeah, it'd be probably better like to circle the ship, I guess, and if I were to do that. I would say like after a good hour after lunch, traditionally I would, do we have lunch on the ship? Whatever. I would, after like an hour, turn to a bird and like try and like stay close to the ship. But also I'm tired of being a big thing on a small boat.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be a bird and circle around the boat a little bit. Just keep high up. And I'll be like, oh, guys, I am going to turn into a bird. Just make sure you don't lose sight of me. Here I am. Then I transform, and then I start scrawking.
Okay.
And I fly up.
Cool. Yeah, you're not able to see a whole lot. If you fly up above the fog, you kind of just see fog below you, unfortunately. Yeah. And if you stay in the fog, then you're limited by what you can see through there. So, but you get to stretch your wings a little bit.
Yep. Get a little air time.
As you circle around, you'll see like Uliana will wave at you.
I squawk back, or I scrawl back and answer.
Oops. All right. So continuing on, it's foggy for the whole morning, and into the early afternoon as well. Make me a perception check, Perseus.
Let me bring up that Hawk's perception really quick.
Yeah.
I should. I have the links though. Give me 1 second. 1d20 plus 14.
That's insane.
It's a hawk.
Yeah. It's kind of their thing. Although I guess even in Minotaur form, you have a plus 11 or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's only like plus 3 more. I kind of dump into that. I like that skill a lot.
It's a good one. $31.
Look with my special eyes.
So the fog begins to thicken,
Here we go.
and Perseus, you hear flapping.
I'm going to swoop down onto the crow's nest railing
Okay.
and cast Bespeak. I actually put the stuff in here so people can see it that way.
Nice.
But, 10 minutes a level, so I can do this for like an hour after I cast it. But I swoop down like, guys, the fog is coming up ahead. Since I'm small, I guess I talk like that. But
I mean, it says you sound like your normal self when you speak, but
oh,
I love the choice. So
yeah, I want to do that. Since I'm a small animal, I have to talk like this. The fog is thickening. I hear flapping. That's piercing your ears, by the way.
Is my crow friend around?
Yeah, sure.
I sort of try to lock eyes with him and point to my hook that I made. And I just tell him, rigging.
A look of acknowledgement comes over him, and he grabs some rope from nearby and wraps it around his waist as well.
Nice.
He'll be back in the crow's nest, I guess.
I swoop down and start flapping aggressively at anyone who didn't take note.
Yeah, so the fog begins to thicken. Bird Perseus is is squawking some warnings about yeah, we have Krakus securing himself, as well as this Tengu person whose name I don't remember. Aki.
It's a good Tengu name.
I bet. Are you gonna do anything
Specific? I don't think so.
okay?
I think I'm just like doing the little works and just keep working on the crew with the crew. I will ask about the crab, about Aura a lot of times during the day though.
Okay. Yeah, definitely have some conversations with Liliana about the little ice crab and her flute.
Yeah.
She'll tell you. I mean, it takes a little bit longer for all this to come out. The communication's a little bit slow between the two of you.
Slow conversation, yeah.
But she'll have let you know that she like inherited the flute from her family back on a little island where she came from, and she shipwrecked and was rescued by Ven and sort of adopted, and that's how she came to be on the ship.
That's really cute. And then I'll go. I will show my gun and say, "I stole this." That's the only interesting thing I can say. Just me trying. I've trying to do conversations.
I start bird hopping downstairs in the deck and warning people too. I hop down the little stairs and everything.
Perhaps a more imposing form would be more effective at this point.
I mean, I get this 2 times a day. I'm gonna get used to having my bird form while I can.
Birds are scary as fuck.
Okay, Percy, you should be able to control that little hawk now. Little hawk token.
Oh, wow! Oh, there's a hawk token.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find him. Where is he?
He's where you
Small
were
one?
standing on the ship.
It's
I
like a
can just
quarter
ping.
of a square.
He's very
Oh,
small.
hey, there he is. He's crawling.
Yeah. The face is so funny.
I love it. Prepare for combat.
What?
Prepare.
Okay. So Percy's and Sirius actually are both going to notice this sailor, this half-orc sailor up at the front of the ship. He was doing something, and then he just sort of stopped and is staring sort of out at nothing.
Hey,
And
hey
then,
you!
and then he takes a step forward, a foot up
Fuck.
onto the edge.
I start flapping away at him in his face to try and get him away off the edge if I can. Hop up there on the railing.
Sirius will run up, and try and grab him.
I'm fully invested on the conversation with Liana.
Get back on that bird!
With Percy screeching and Sirius sprinting over there, Krakus, you notice this now as well. Welby, you're still having a chat.
Yeah.
I hook myself to the nearest mast tightly.
If I don't hear anyone screaming, I just.
Okay, this half-orc sailor completely ignores your attempts to get his attention, Perseus, but Sirius is able to wrap his hands around his waist and keep him from going over the edge.
Pile drive him! Suplex his ass!
We'll save you by force.
And now that you come over this close, you hear faint singing.
You got time to plug your ears? Plug them now!
Please, someone scream at it.
That's a good point. I will. I hear that screech and I take that wax out of my pack and plug my holes.
At this point, did I notice it?
Make me a perception check with
Okay.
just flash perception check, I guess. You hear commotion from the front of the ship, but you don't. It's like unclear what exactly they're saying because it's a hawk screeching and Just some like people yelling over each other.
Okay, I at this point, since I was already kind of like the wax idea was mine, I feel like I would be like might not have like the sure like the certain of being something that he used to, but I will probably start screaming too. Like, is this enough for me to like assume that would might be wise to use the wax, or is just commotion?
You can see Sirius is sort of grabbing onto someone who is standing very close to the edge of the ship.
So it's safe to assume.
I mean, that's up to you. What you think what I bet would assume.
Yeah, I wanted to assume. I think he
Okay.
would assume because he panics.
That's true. He's very,
But he told me
a
to
very
roll
cautious
to
little
roll the
boy.
perception. Yeah. So I
You
just
might have
like
seen me plug my holes as well.
That's true. Krakus is secured. You could see his line like leading off to the mast next to him, and he's like smoothing something over the side of his skull.
okay. I'm gonna.
There's
gotta
confused
look-
looks from the rest of the crew. Ilyana's sort of like head cocked, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to Eliana, and then I'm gonna get my gun, and then I'm gonna do like a cool little like flourish with the gun, and I'm gonna say it's time. And then I'm gonna go running around the ship, going, "The axe! Use the axe!"
You
And
could
then I
also
gotta-
just like start deafening people with your weapon.
Yeah, I thought about that too. That's my second. That's the second option.
Just shoot
Put a
your
gun
gun
near
next to someone's
someone's
head.
Yeah, that's. I thought about
Honestly,
that.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, I thought about that.
So you start running around. People are sort of confused. Some of them take more heed than others. Probably like a third of the ship starts putting wax in their ears and following your lead. Olyana runs over to the captain to sort of get his attention and make sure he knows what's going on.
Yeah, how fast is the ship going, by the way? Is it moving or is it stationary?
Yeah, it's moving. It's not going a full clip. They sort of slowed things down because visibility is so low.
Okay.
In all this fog, and the fog has picked up in the last couple of minutes, so it's gotten thicker. But Sirius is still sort of fighting to keep this guy on the ship. And he's, after some more struggling, is able to pull him fully back and practically suplexes him onto the deck.
Nice. Can I go up and like get his wax and put on his ear?
His being the sailor that Sirius is grabbed onto?
Yeah. Because I don't think he's gonna do that willing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still being held on by Sirius, so you can get up there and he'll try and fight you off, but you'll, with a nat 20 on Sirius' strength, you'll be able to do it.
Okay, I just gonna maybe it breaks the enchantment. He stops listening. I don't know.
So you sort of jam these little like balled up pieces of wax into this half-orc's ears, and the sort of glazed over look in his eyes that you can now see that you're up close to him clears up.
Nice.
And he sort of shakes his head. And now that you're up here, you hear this faint song coming.
Even with my wax?
Oh, actually, no, I guess you don't hear this faint song. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go like I gonna.
You don't hear
quickly-
anything.
I'm gonna just quickly assign to Sirius too, so he can put the wax on his ear.
Yeah. Now that this half-orc stops struggling and fighting back, Sirius goes and puts the wax in his ears as well. Perseus, give me another perception check.
Okay.
I guess if I went there, I
It's
should
plus
put my
14,
thing here.
so it's 18. It's actually just plus 1 on that. So 32.
Okay. Um,
Like here.
after this guy's like Ivette's jammed the wax into this guy's ears, you hear a like one big flap and then a bunch of little flaps. The fog starts to roll out a little bit and it sort of returns to how foggy it was before. And everyone sees silhouettes of little flying creatures, like flying little humanoid creatures, coming through the fog towards the ship. And ringing out over the whole vessel is Ven as he shouts, "Battle stations!" And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Nice.
Can I, when I see the silhouettes, can I scream, everyone go to the center of the ship?
Yes, you can get that out before shit goes down.
Because I feel like if we are on the center of the ship, we have more time to react if someone starts to walk out of the ship. Where's my niche? Here. We spent our good bros on the storm. We're fucked.
Maybe. Just
It'll
maybe.
be fine.
Ah, fuck! I'm moving the ship again. And they're gonna like walk to the center-ish of the ship. Also, I kind of want to like make everyone do like like a circle on the center of the ship, so have like a like a 360 view. Because if we're gonna get attacked, we're gonna get attacked from everywhere. And it's like they're gonna have to come at us. So kind of like everyone whole like movie scene, everyone on the circle waiting for the enemies.
Good hold. Trying to find.
Custom like a defensive position. Just more like
Oh God. Get out of the way.
I also just really want to use everyone that is bigger than me as a hiding spot so I can get bonus damage.
There's like crates and stuff. I think we can.
I'm back.
roll initiative.
Okay.
So, yeah, all you missed was the fog rolled out a little bit, and a number of humanoid flying silhouettes approach from the front of the ship. And I've been futzing with things ever since. Where?
You say flying humanoids?
Mm-hmm. Just didn't.
I see. Damn it, I didn't select my token.
It's fine. I don't use the initiative tracker in Roll20.
Oh, okay.
Harpies.
Holy hell.
Harpies.
Okay, so the way we're going to do this, because they are flying, is you see the little the rightmost sort of icon on them that has the 4 on it. That means that they're 40 feet above the deck of the ship.
Oy.
So if I change that to, if I remove that, then that means they're on the ground. If I change the number to like a 10 or something, that means they're 100 feet up, etc. That's what I'm going to try to sort of track elevations for these things. Actually, Percy's as well. You are a hawk, so I'll let you pick your elevation when this goes down.
I think I'm at ground level trying to warn everybody, but
Okay.
I can fly up. Yeah.
Okay, you can as you fly throughout this situation, you can set your elevation in the same way. You should be able to see the little condition fly token. If you just type a number like on the numpad, as you select that, it should put the number there.
Let's see if I can do that.
All right. I gotta get self-situated here. I got a bunch of NPCs and a PC to run, so bear with me.
Oh yeah.
So right before this fighting all starts, Ven shouted for battle stations. He now pulls out a rapier and is going to run towards the front of the ship.
The plan was to be on the center of the ship.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
and yeah,
captain.
Yvette also asked for people to gather in the center.
Yeah, get more like the center of the ship.
Okay. So that's Ven. Now we got some fast harpies. They're gonna start doing bad things. Number 1, number 8. Two of the harpies. Where's number 8?
Do every single one of them have individual initiative?
Yes.
That's so much work, Dolph.
Maybe.
I will never be a DM.
So as Sirius and this half-orc sailor both get back up onto their feet, to ready themselves for the fight, these two harpies come flying up and start to swipe their sharp talons at this thing. And as they get closer, you can see that they have they're small, but they look sort of like people, but with bird feet, sort of grotesque faces, almost like sharp hair. It's like crusted with their hair, and the feathers on their wings are like crusted with seawater and like caked in blood and gore from various bloody encounters that they've had. As they come in and try and dig their talons into this guy. 15, 12, 21, 16. And as they descend down upon him, swiping repeatedly, he takes 8 points of damage and is very fucked up immediately.
Oh, fuck.
So he like drops down to a knee with these scrapes and slashes all over him. And it's going to be Ilyana's turn.
So curious to see what she does.
She's going to move towards the center of the ship per your instructions, Yvette.
Hey. I thought about it a lot.
Thought about what?
Like how we fight on a ship. Cause like the reference I had in my mind is like every zombie movie when they do like a circle and then like back to back circle, you know? So they covered 360 and like the things are coming at the group and not the group going at the things.
So she'll just run to the center, pull out a scimitar, and ready herself. And then some more harpies are going to fly in. 9, 5, and 7.
They all wrote so fucking.
Okay, one of them's going to swipe at you, Vince. Terces, a little hawk.
If the hawk
15
goes to
hit.
0,
I think I have a natural AC of +1 for that. I think it's at 16, so no, that does not hit, actually.
Okay, and then another one's swiping over at Sirius and gets batted back as Sirius pulls out this this long blade.
Wait, am I flat-footed?
Yes.
Oh, then that does hit.
Oh, okay. You get scratched across like the wing with these talons for 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay. Krakus. Actually, Krakus, then Yvette, then Persis. You all are in a nice little clump.
Nice.
So some of these harpies have come up towards you, and several more gather out further up in the fog in front of the ship. You can barely see the ones that are far away. As the fog continues to cloud your vision, it's like 30 feet out, mechanically, I guess. everything 30 feet away gets concealment, so it's a 20% miss chance.
This is rough because I can't do anything unless they're next to me. And I don't know how confident I am in using my makeshift grapple to try to pull them down to the ground.
That's why I was kind of thinking about we all going back to back, because they will attack us. Like they have to come at us, so you can ready attacks for when she gets close, right? Like at some point they have to get close.
That's a fair point. Yeah, because they might swoop and then go right back up. But if we're ready for them,
like
we could.
fly by attack.
Yeah, but if we're ready for them, though, we could do something fancy when they get near us. I mean, you have a gun. You don't have.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot them. Yeah.
The ones that have flown close to like actually attack are much lower. I just updated their heights.
Okay, I'm gonna try to elevate myself. Climb on something to get higher elevation to maybe do like a leaping attack or have them come to me and not to the the boat itself. So
okay, there's lots of stuff to grab onto and climb, so it's not super hard, but give me a climb check anyways.
Certainly.
Oh yeah, you can go your full speed up into the riggings of the ship.
Then I do so. I will attempt to get almost as high as the highest harpies that we can see. Since my speed is 40, or 30, so I can only
let's
get up there to 3.
Yeah, a little 30-foot up elevation.
How do I change that again?
You have to hit a number, like hover your mouse over the icon that you want and hit a number key. I don't know if you have to use the numpad. I use the numpad.
Okay. Oh, neat. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you can just change the number to whatever as you go up and down, or remove the icon entirely.
Cond. What's the cond that you're using?
Condition fly is what I have it on.
Fly. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so that's your movement to climb up there.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything else, or just like ready, like an attack if they fly near you or something?
Yeah, I'd like to study target.
Okay, that's a
It's a move. So.
Oh, okay. Then that's your turn then.
Yep.
Cool. I bet. Krakus has climbed up near you. Some of the crew begins to gather around. Harpies flying in.
Okay. Can I try to move more to the center, like here?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe try to like hide under, like behind a crate? Maybe like just take like some cover and maybe make myself a little bit harder to find.
Yeah, you're a little guy. There's some spots like in between crates. They're not like stacked up super neatly or anything. So you can try and hide in behind one of the big ones.
Should I roll stealth for that?
You absolutely should do that.
Okay. And then can I try to make an attack on this one? Can I see it like clearly? The dog is barking.
So that one, number 9, is flying. It's like started to fly up towards the crow's nest. So at this point, it's like 80 feet away from you. So you can barely see it with all the fog that's around. It will have a 20% miss chance mechanically on top of the normal attack roll.
There's no like one that I can see clearly from here, right?
Not from here. No, they're too far out.
Sure, I'm gonna try. Like, what else can I do? I'm gonna try to go for the one that it's the 9.
Okay. Roll 1d100.
Roll 1d. Wait, what's the command? It's
Slash
slash
roll
R?
or slash R. Yeah, both of those work. 1d100. Okay. 58 is higher than 20, so now make an attack roll against this harpy.
Okay. Is it like a sneaky shot, shift shot thing? Is she not knowing from where it comes? Do I get my bonus
Yes.
damage?
Yes, you do, because this one is occupied flying up.
So many
God,
dice.
that's so many dice. Jesus. Okay, and you have all of your grit points, right?
Yep.
Cool. 20.
Plus 1 fire damage. Because
20
I had the
Oh yeah, because you loaded up fire bullets last session, right?
the flash boom bullets.
Yeah. So 28 definitely hits. That's gonna be 20 points of damage. Blood
And I
wound.
rolled a 1 on damage.
Gross.
I got so strong at that level 5.
Yeah, that was a massive level for you. As this shot rings out, a bunch of the sailors turn to look at what made this noise. Your bullet flies through the air, slams into the side of this harpy. A little burst of flame goes off as the bullet makes contact, and it actually has to.
Yeah, because she's flying. She can fall, right? When she takes damage.
Yeah, it's actually gonna drop 20 feet.
Nice.
As it like lets out a screech. There's a big basically a hole in the side of this harpy now. Through it, it's a part of its lower torso and one of its wings. It's in bad shape. Percy's, you're a bird. You just got attacked by a bird lady or a bird man. I don't know which numbers are ladies, which ones are men, which ones are them.
Bird person from
Bird person.
Rick and Morty.
Bird person.
From Rick and Morty.
So can I can hit this one right here. That pretty much.
Yeah, that one's just like hovering right above you, and also you're a bird, so you can.
All right,
you
I'm
can
gonna
flap up and get
try.
'em.
I'm trying to illustrate how I do this. So I'm trying to fly up and get a good angle while I turn into a mountain lion and pounce down at it. It's mountain lion time.
Okay, so
That's cool.
So
That's
you're gonna
really cool.
you're gonna use your movement to get some more elevation,
Yeah,
and
then use
then
that to
turn
bounce down.
into a cat midair. A big cat.
Yes, a big cat.
Okay. What's the action for your wild shape?
That's a good question. B shape 2.
Oh, you're using the spell, so that's gonna be a standard action then.
That is the standard action. So yeah, I could. Yeah, I might actually just do that to turn. I might move up and turn into an animal and just try and collide down.
Okay, just try and like catch it on your way down.
Yeah, like not enough elevation to actually hurt me, but like I think like that, like enough height that I think that it wouldn't hurt me. So I can use my best judgment, maybe 20 feet.
Yeah, probably only about 20 feet.
And then try and collide down as a mountain lion. I guess I couldn't.
Okay. Let's make an attack roll for this, but you're not gonna do normal attack damage. If
That's
you hit.
Fine. Is that just a basic melee?
Yep. But you're a mountain lion, right?
Yes. So that roll is 14, and its base attack is 3. We're doing die or a regular lion? I forgot what we're. I guess I can just do regular lion. So that's 3.
A regular lion for a mountain lion, unless you're
Yeah.
specifically turning into a dire lion.
They're both large animals, so it's really just what's allowed. If I'm allowed to turn to a dire lion.
I don't have any problems with you turning into a dire lion.
Okay.
If the
It would
spell
be
lets you
fair.
do that, then yes, you can do that.
Yes,
You should be able
they're
to
both
control the
large.
lion token now.
Yeah. So that's in that case, my base attack is 6. So that would be 20 total.
Okay, as you come falling down, you reach your claws out, your new claws, and slash the like a combo slash grab sort of thing at this harpy that's out in front of you that had just attacked you. I'm gonna say that's 1d6 points of damage.
I'll take it.
And it's gonna drag this harpy onto the ground, or like onto the deck of the ship with you.
That's a 5.
Okay, 5 points of damage, and it is grounded for now.
That picture fits so well in that token.
He really does. That's really cool.
Excellent. All right, more harpy stuff. Okay. So 2 of the harpies just come flying up to get closer to the ship. They continue flapping, hovering off to the side. But one of them is flying up and at you, Krakus.
Good.
Bring it.
So it's gonna swoop down a little bit to get on your level and throw a talon your way. 18.
Doesn't hit.
Dope. So up in the riggings, I guess you've got yourself like secured by the waist, and also you have a. Do you use 2 hands for your weapon? I don't remember what you have.
It's a great sword, so I think so.
Okay, so you're I guess like feet planted, leaning, using this strap at your waist to keep you balanced as you bat away this harpy's feet with your sword.
I've got sure footing as well, so
Excellent.
just in case I need it. And yeah, actually, that +1 from that I just got from dodge was the difference between getting hit and
Fantastic.
missing this attack.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So, I dodged this attack gracefully up on the ropes.
You'd love to see it.
Okay, this is Sirius's turn. He's actually got a bunch of them right in his face, which is precisely where he wants them to be. I was like, oh, he's gonna have to cast a spell because they're far away. No.
I want to see the shocking grasp shit.
Did the mercenary ever come back down to Earth, or is he still comatose?
Yvette was able to jam some
Wax on
wax in his ears, and he came out of his little
very
trance.
good. Okay.
So they pulled that off right before the harpies swooped up. He did get royally fucked up on the first round, though. So he's in very bad shape.
But you know what? If someone has to die, might be an NPC that doesn't have a name. Or that we don't know the name. I don't know how much thought Dolph put into all the crew.
I have a list of names. I can give him a name if you want it.
Nah. I already know the name of the cool people.
John Redshirt.
Depends on how long we're going to have to remember
Stop!
this name.
I wrote it down. Van's name, Oliana's name, and Aura's name.
Nice.
And that's all that I know that I need. I guess the tango on the crow's nest is also really cool.
There it is.
I should write down his name.
Auki was the name. Auki.
A-U-K.
Okay. So Sirius is going to with sword in his right hand, he starts charging up lightning in his left hand. Yikes.
Yikes.
So he tries to cast a spell without opening himself up to attack from all of these things in front of him, but unfortunately he's too distracted and it fails because he only rolled a fucking 5. But so the spell gone. Unfortunately, he's still going to swipe out in front of him at the one directly in his face. And will hit for 9 points of damage. This is number 5.
He's hitting number 5?
Yes. Okay. Let me mark that off. All right. And now the last 2 harpies are going to go.
Put battle music. I want battle music.
All right. Now the rest of the sailors get to go. The ones that are up top, at least.
Oh yeah. Are you even like? That would be such a pain if you had to do all the ones on the bottom.
So most of them are just going to follow Ivette's direction and sort of gather around. Auki is up in the crow's nest and is secured onto the mast up there, but is going to pull out a longbow and take a shot at the one that was flying up towards him, and
nice.
actually gets a 20 total, a dirty
Hey!
20. Looses an
A
arrow
little bit like
into that one for 5 points of damage.
it's dead. That's it.
It actually is dead.
Ooh.
Nice.
So after
Yeah,
getting a
boy.
bullet to the side and now an arrow to the neck, one of the harpies falls.
The fort is now a 0 because it's on the ground.
It's the fly thing goes away entirely because it's dead. This guy at the front is going to fight to the death. So he pulls a dagger out and will swipe at one of the ones in front of him. He gets a 19. Sailors are killing it. He slashes away for 3 damage on number 1. Yeah, and the rest of the sailors are just going to ready themselves for if the harpies come in close.
Now rolling for the 40 individual crew members.
No, I'm just doing a handful of the ones that are on deck right now.
Damn,
I don't
Dolph.
hate myself with quite that much.
Damn.
But the harpies up at the front of the ship are going to try and finish off the guy that they started on.
Oh, he's dead. Bye.
Yeah, he's dead.
If he got 8 damage, he was fucked in the first round.
Yeah, just this first harpy. After he digs his dagger into its chest, it like bites the dagger with its mouth, like pulls it out of his hand, and then climbs up across his outstretched arm and claws his throat, and he falls to the ground dead.
Ow.
And then this other one's going to fly up, swooping down pretty low, and come at one of these other sailors with a talon. Oof.
I don't like the sound of that.
Scraping them for 4 damage. Oh, I skipped Ven because I have him hiding under a harpy. Oh no. There we go. He was under the ship.
Oh no, Van, you're so hot. Stop. You know what you were doing when you got to pick this art as the token.
Honestly, the options were limited for the type of thing I was looking for. There's not a ton of like actual orc art that isn't like a Warcraft orc, which isn't quite what I want. He's going to start giving a rousing battle speech. Stand your ground, everyone! And
Is he a scout?
using the battle cry feat, everyone who doesn't have wax in their ears gets a +1.
Come on.
You have to be able to hear him, unfortunately.
I'm right next. All right, fine.
Everyone who doesn't have wax in the ears gets some buffs, but unfortunately, all of you, except for Percy's, I think, you don't have anything in your ears, do you?
No.
You're a lion, so you get this as well. It's a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and a +4 morale bonus on saving throws against fear.
It's big.
For a minute, so for the rest of the fight. So that's going to be his turn.
Wax people don't roll for it, so it's fine. You just lost the +1.
Yeah, that's true. If there's any sort of audible fear effect, you wouldn't have to deal with it anyways.
I think it's a fair trade. Me trying to defend myself with my idea.
All right, Ulyana's going to run over here to the side. And I need to look something up real quick.
I was just like generic battle music on my ears, but I know exactly what I want. I want the Pirates of Caribbean.
Okay, so Ulyana runs up. She's actually going to run up to this mast, this section of rigging that you're on, Krakus, and as she's running, 3 tentacles come out of her. They just sort of slither out from like under her arms. One each under each arm, and then one like out of her chest. And she uses the tentacles to climb up the rigging and ready herself for an attack
Badass.
if something comes
Badass.
close. So she's up here somewhere in the rigging with you. Actually, she's not quite as high up.
Because she's small.
Well, because she had to move some distance to start climbing in the first place. But with all those tentacles, the climbing is like it's like effortless for her.
That's fucking
5
sick.
and 7. Okay, Harpy's taking a swing at Sirius. Oh, 1 miss, 1 hit. Only 2 damage though. So he gets sort of bitten back after his failed spell, taking a little bit. And then this one in front of you, Percy's, is going to sort of get up from prone, which is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from you, if you would like to take it.
Meow. Yes.
Meow.
Is it just a regular attack? Like,
Yeah, normal basic melee attack. Bite for a lion, I guess.
If it's dire, that would be, what is that? I missed that one. I can just say it because I rolled an 11.
Yeah, 11 is not quite going to do it. So you lunge forward to try and snap your jaws at this harpy, and it is able to flap its wings and get up over your bite, and then as it comes back down, it's going to slash a talon at you. 19 to hit.
Hits.
For 4 points of damage. 4 points of slashing damage.
All right. Damage applied.
And then we come to Krakus.
Okay.
You have a
I was
harpy
just-
flying like right in front of your face.
I was just reading the study target, and
Mhm.
I'm now 5th level, and I get a +2 instead of a +1.
Yes, awesome.
Pretty amazing. So I wasn't previously studying this one, but I do get 2 targets now
True.
as well. So I'm not going to move, so I'm going to study this dude in front of me, number 6,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna slice his face.
Cut him up.
Is it sneak attack damage or just normal sneak attack or normal damage if I hit?
It's gonna be normal because they're not
Normal.
flat-footed right now,
Okay, understood.
and you're not
Alright.
hidden.
I'll just roll my greatsword then. That pitiful. It'd be a
Is that
13.
15?
13.
Oh, 13. Okay. That's not quite gonna do it. It flaps its wings and backs up, just barely getting past the reach of your sword.
Well, I'm done.
I vet. You're deep in the boxes somewhere.
Yeah, do I need to roll stuff again? To keep hiding?
Yes.
Also, I need to I have the thing that makes harder to perceive me.
For creatures that are bigger than you,
Yeah.
they are the same size as you.
Okay, stop again.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Yeah, you slither in between these boxes and get to a slightly different spot so that the harpies don't know quite where you are. So that's your movement.
Can I shoot?
You can
8?
you can do a shoot.
Is a sneak shit again?
Yes.
Fuck.
As you level your weapon against this harpy,
It's been some time since I broke my shit.
it has been a while. You you pull the trigger expecting that loud noise to ring out over the vessel, and instead you hear a faint click and nothing as your gun is jammed or something. But you're still hidden because that was not loud. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be the end of your turn, but I believe you can clear it as a move action next turn.
How many grip points I have? I forgot.
It should be
I
on
think
your
it's
sheet.
4,
somewhere.
right? Where is it? You can keep going. I don't want to hold people to me to get my grip points.
Okay, Percy's.
All right, I'm gonna go full send on this person that just this little harpy that just scratched me because I don't
Full
appreciate
cat
that.
combo.
Full cat combo. I'm gonna go for a bite. Nope. And my
Yikes.
claws. Okay. I'm
It's
done.
2 claws, so attack again.
Oh well.
Yeah, they're separate rolls.
God bless.
Wow. If you literally just need to roll like a 9 and you hit, but instead it's all single digit garbage, unfortunately. You're riding the struggle bus up here at the front of the boat. The harpy deftly dodges all of these attacks using its wings to get a little bit of elevation and float just past all of your swipes.
Make a bunch of agitated cat sounds.
Okay, and then Krakus, this little mid-air duel that you've got going on, it's going to continue as you get swiped at. It's going to reposition a little bit and try and swipe at you. 24 to hit and a 16. So I think the first one hits, the second one misses.
Correct.
So as it swings around to get a better angle at you, it catches you with one talon for 2 points of slashing damage.
Yikes.
Which you take 0.
Oh yeah, I have resistance.
Yeah, you have damage reduction for, I think it's 5.
That's insane. That's actually really pretty good. Yeah.
So it goes to slash at you, and just like, I guess its talons just sort of like make a little bit of scrape against your bones, or against your leather, and just no real lasting damage is done.
It goes to grab flesh, but it just gets air.
Yeah, it's definitely not used to fighting meatless enemies.
Meatless. Cool. Yes, more. Give me more.
Okay, so 4 flies in and is a little bit below you, Krakus.
Okay.
It's got its eyes set on the crew lower down, but 3 is going to swing at the captain, lowering itself to his level. Man, these harpies are killing it. That's a dirty 20 to hit the captain, which is sufficient.
If he dies, I've had to do captain.
Then lets out a unnecessarily loud grunt as it takes 3 points of damage from this talon strike. And we come up to Sirius. Okay, he's going to take a step back and is just going to start forming these balls of magic in with his hands and let loose 5 bolts of energy out at the 3 harpies in front. I think we'll do one on number 7 and 2 on 5 and 1. He's casting magic missile. Classic spellcaster shit.
That's the noise magical missile does in my head. It's pew pew pew. It's magical pew pew pew. It's never. It's pew pew pew.
Okay, it's 1d4 plus 1 for each. I'm lazy, so I'm just going to make it be the 3 for all of them. So 7 takes 3, 5 and 1 each takes 6. Okay, number 5 is not looking great. The others are still looking alright as these balls of like blue force impact, push them back, and they sort of confusingly look about, not sure what just hit them. Okay. More harpies. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Number 10's making a path sort of upward, like it's heading towards the crow's nest, and number 2 is going to try and swipe at Oleana, who's gripping the mast, sort of hanging 20 feet up off the side of it. And as it goes to swipe at her, she fully lets go of the mast, just holding on to it with the tentacles that are now growing out of her, and bats it away with the scimitar in her hand.
It's so cool.
Okay, we have 1 dead sailor. We have let's have our Aki take another crack. He's gonna shoot at the one that's flying up towards him, but it's gonna have a mischance. He's fine on that. So, wow, a dirty 20 again.
Damn.
As he looses an arrow for max damage against this harpy. Aki's killing it. I don't know what sort of pep talk you gave him, Krakus, but
Oh yeah, it's the rigging.
yeah, maybe he's more confident up there, knowing that he won't fall or anything. Okay, and then this sailor is going to take a swipe with a dagger. Miss. This sailor's going to run up and try and help Ven out with a sword. And actually hit for 4 points of damage. Okay. We're back up to the top. It's Ven's turn again. He's gonna take a step off to the side and try and jab in at this harpy in front of him from a slightly different angle. He's actually gonna attack twice because he's badass and he can. Oh my god. That's 1 hit and 1 crit.
Oh, nice.
Put the ship back.
Wait, did I?
Someone did. I don't know who did it.
I don't know if it was me this time.
Okay, we're all good.
I was changing my battle music.
12, 4, 10. Oh my god. Okay, Ven takes this one step off to the side and just quickly jabs his rapier twice. So fast, these 2 strikes into the side of this harpy, and with a quick flick of the wrist on the second jab, a bunch of its innards become outards, and it falls to the ground.
Tasty.
Persis has some snacks on lion form already.
That was number 3, which we can now delete. Number 1 and number 8. Okay, harpy number 1's flying up and swinging at Sirius.
No music is fitting the vibes I want.
Okay, it actually hits Sirius. His AC is lower than I thought it was. For 2 points of damage. Poor guy.
Oh, it's back. Oh yeah. No.
Can't believe Sirius is dead.
I know, right? Okay. Harpy number 8 looks for you, I bet, and fails miserably, so instead it's going to try and attack the sailor in front of it.
Priorities.
It hits once for 3 damage. That she is doing very poorly.
Wait, what? How much damage was?
It wasn't a lot this time. This is the second time she's been hit, so she's not in great shape. But that brings us to Ulyana's turn. She's gonna make a flurry of blows at this thing in front of her.
He's a monk?
No, not literally a flurry of blows.
Okay.
She switches from holding on to the mast with her tentacles to holding on with her arms. And the tentacles all 3 whip out and try and strike at this harpy in front of her. Hits twice. 5 points of damage. 2. And Perseus, you are now being attacked by both of these harpies, number 5 and number 7.
Okay.
First one, 25 to hit, 15 to hit.
15 misses, 25 definitely hits.
Okay, 21 and
21
16.
hits. 16 does not hit.
Okay, 2 hits, 7 damage total.
Okay.
And then number 7. Oh no, that was a full round. They can't do anything else. So they're both done. Which brings us back to Krakus.
Full round on 6.
Okay. There we go. That's what we're talking about.
I think it's. Do I get damage roll too? Increase to my damage roll for study target?
I think so.
I think that's why I might have considered using sneak attack damage, but I don't think that's.
Can
Totally
you click on the
accurate anymore.
study target thing in your character sheet real quick? To
Yeah.
If all the
throw
enemies are
text out.
if all the enemies are the same thing, does one started target goes to all of them, or
No.
one started start? Okay.
No, it
fifth-
does not.
At 5th level, the bonuses on weapon attack, damage rolls, and skill checks, and to Slayer's DC against a study target increase by 1.
Cool. So it is to your damage as well, which means that is 11 to hit, or 11 damage rather, and 22
Very
to hit,
good.
which is great.
And I'll do it again. See if I can hit.
I don't think you get 2 attacks yet.
Huh?
Your base attack bonus is 5, right?
I can't do a full round attack?
You don't get a second attack as part of a full round action unless your base attack bonus is 6 or higher, or you have 2 weapon fighting and have 2 weapons.
I see.
So next level, you'll get 2 attacks.
Okay.
But for now, you hack into this harpy that's flying in front of you, chunking away literally half of its HP.
Oy.
And it's going to drop.
Great.
It's going to drop 20 feet. Not drop dead.
I'd like to fall on top of it with my move action.
I would love for that to happen.
All right. Let's do it. What do I need to roll?
We'll do the same thing that we did for Vince. So essentially you're dropping 20 feet difference. So just make an attack roll.
Okay.
But we'll not use your weapon damage. We'll use falling damage. So
okay, so
you just hit the melee button.
thank you.
Oof.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do for this is because this is I don't know. Essentially, you're still going to hit, but you're also going to take falling damage now. Instead of it being like a controlled thing, you're both just going to hit the ground.
Okay.
So that's going to be
Worth
2d6, which is minimum rolls, unfortunately. So you both can take 2 damage, and you're now on the ground, and both prone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not resistant to that.
Falling damage is bludgeoning, so no, you're not.
Okay. All right.
Oops.
Just people elbow the harpy.
Okay, so yeah, you're both on the ground now, prone. You having fucking tackled this thing out of the air. Yvette, you have a broken gun, but you're secreted away in between all these boxes where it's safe.
Yeah, when I use a crit to fix it, it's not a move action, right? But I can use a move action and not use a grit point, right?
I believe if you have a grit point, you can do it as a move action. If you spend a grit point, you can do it for free, I think, is what it is.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use my move action since I'm still hidden.
Okay.
So I can save my... And then I'm gonna shoot the... one closer to the 2. One closer to the 2. Oleana?
Oh, I had it. You have to spend to do it as a move action. Otherwise, it takes a standard.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot number 8. Let's do it again. I would... No, that's... It's 2 with chance of missing thing.
It's 20 feet up. and a little bit further away. Yes. Yeah, there's a
So I'm gonna
mischance on
shoot.
that one.
So I'm gonna shoot 8.
Okay. Yeah, you can get
Just go.
you can get that one without problems.
Yeah, just go safer.
Fantastic.
How come some of the bonus dice say 0?
It's pulling in all of the potential sources of bonuses.
Oh, okay.
It just uses the same formula all the time, and so some of those numbers are 0.
Got it.
What does it look like when you kill this thing?
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't know if I can get too creative with my gun being hidden. Like, it's not like I can jump on top of the box and go, ha! So I think it's.
Why not? I mean, you're not hidden the second that you fire a gun, right? So you
But
can...
I hid it from the other ones.
No, you're not, dude.
No, I'm not.
No, you just made a huge fucking noise.
So I'm gonna jump on top of the box and I'm gonna try to really look really cool. And then I'm gonna like hold my gun with both of my hands and like take aim. And then I'm gonna like a slow motion shoot. The bullet time traveling. It's like the sniper game. They see like the X-ray of the bullet going through.
Yeah, we get the ripples of air moving behind the bullet as it flies through, and then like a Mortal Kombat fatality X-ray where you see bones snapping as the bullet flies through them.
The noise of the gun echoes, so it goes like.
Yeah. The two sailors right next to you both slam their hands against their ears as this gun goes off.
I mean,
literally right next to them.
the wax gotta help.
Only some of them have wax in their ears, not all of them.
Well, they made their choice.
They made their choice, but they're partially deaf now. So
I mean, that's the wax. That's all a wax do. I'm helping everyone by being noisy as fuck. That's also kind of why I played Ived and all my backup characters this time, because I feel like I can be loud in the ocean.
Okay, so that's 3 of these things dispatched. Get the fuck off here. Percy's. You have 2 harpies that both just rended at you.
Yeah,
each of them tagged you once.
All right, I'm gonna go full attack on this one.
Okay. That's a big hit on the bite.
And it's plus grab. So what does that? I have not done a
plus grab. Plus grab means if you hit with the attack, then you can make a free grab combat maneuver if you would like. Basically, you like clamp your jaws down, and you can just keep them clamped down and restrict this thing if you want.
Is that the right one to roll?
Yes, combat maneuver is exactly what you want. Against their combat maneuver defense, which is only 17. So this harpy is grabbed and bitten. That was 9 damage. 7.
All right, and now I'm going
to
call at it.
It's in really bad shape.
Here come the claws. There's 1. There's 2.
The first one misses as you're still sort of like adjusting. It's still sort of fighting your grapple. And with the second one, however, you rip it towards your claw as the strike goes across, and you're able to completely sever one of its wings, and it stops fighting you and falls limp in your arms, or in your mouth, I guess.
I make biscuits for my soldiers.
Some soothing biscuit time. I'm pulling the corpse of this harpy in front of you.
Fuck yeah! All right.
Intense.
That's it for me.
Yeah. So this other harpy is going to lower itself down a little bit more and try and hit number 4, that is, and try and hit Ven. And then the harpy next to you, Krakus, is going to get up and fly up.
You bitch. Wouldn't that be? Oh, I'm prone too. Damn.
Yeah, that's the
Well, I
only reason you
killed
don't get
him.
an attack of opportunity is because you're also prone.
What about Sirius?
Ooh, good point. It's going to fly right past Sirius, so he does get a swing on it.
And what about the mystical woman person and the captain?
Oh my god, and the captain. Okay. All right, this thing just made a big mistake and I didn't even realize it. I will do Sirius first. That's a hit.
Woo! Oh, it's got to be dead.
Black Blade. This
Oh, I
fucking
didn't,
sword talks.
13. Wait. 11.
It has a name.
Oh, that was exactly the right amount of damage to kill it, actually.
Very good.
Hey. Also, I forgot, and then I took it now, but I'm gonna just say it all out. When I kill the thing, I get a grip point.
Right.
Yeah, so I recovered the grip point I used. It's back to 2.
Okay, so after this big slam of you and the harpy hitting the ground, Sirius spins his head around in time to see it try and flapping up to get away, and he just slashes across its back with his sword and severs one of the wings, and it falls back to the ground limp. This one near Ven, it dropped down. It's gonna make one attack, and then it's gonna fuck off. It missed. And now it's gonna try and get away. Ven is gonna make a swing at it as it goes by. It's a hit. And he gets his rapier finds purchase into this number 4. For a lot of damage. That was 6. 4 is dead. Okay, now it is Sirius's turn. He spun around, slashed one, and he's just going to continue spinning and slash the one in. Let's say the Where's 5? And he'll slash number 5. Damn.
Oof.
Okay, and I actually didn't have one of his buffs on, so that should be 9 damage.
Hey. +1. It's dead.
That buff should literally always be on. Unless he's wielding a different weapon, I guess. Okay, so yeah, that one falls as well. It's going down.
Timber.
The harpies that are left start like screeching at each other. And they're going to start trying to fly away.
I really want to kill a little more of them.
Number 10 was far enough away from everyone that it can just go. Number 2 is going to get a swing from Oleana as it leaves.
Go, Liana. Kill it.
Which unfortunately misses.
Fuck! Is there a way to get attack of opportunity with ranged weapons?
I believe there's a feat, maybe? But it has to be like, it still has to be like really close to you, I think. I don't remember all the details.
It's probably like a 5 feet around you.
Yeah, like 5 or 10 feet. It's it's not the best. But yeah, you have to invest in order to get attacks opportunity with range.
Yeah.
Okay, seeing some of these harpies begin to fly off and a bunch of the rest of them dead, the sailors just let up a cheer. It seems they have succeeded.
Wait, it's this one. What fuck? I don't want to click this. I want to ping. Why do I suffer so much with this fucking game? The number one.
Yes. So it's gonna start flying away as well. Sirius just had his turn, so he gets his attack of opportunity back.
Yes.
Christ. He doesn't kill it, but he does hit it.
Nice.
So he gets another parting strike.
Follow the blood. Follow the blood on the water. She's gonna fly like spilling blood on shit, right?
Yeah, that's actually a great idea. We need to follow these things.
Yeah.
Unless they scatter.
They're gonna get it back together at some point.
Okay, so as these things begin to start flying away, Krakasaivet Perseus, you have one more turn if you want to do anything while they're still in range. Otherwise, it'll end up just being like follow those harpies type of thing.
Yeah.
We'll drop out of combat for that.
How
Can I
high
reach?
can I jump?
How high can you jump? Not very, I'll say that much.
Damn.
Offhand, jumping is hard.
I want to try to like tackle one into the water.
Oh my god.
Okay, the jumping rules are essentially the DC to jump a certain height is 4 times the number of feet that you want to jump for a high jump. For long jumps, it's a little easier. So, or I mean, yeah, it's the DC is just the distance you want to run or you want to jump, assuming you have a running approach. So what I will say is this upper part of the deck is like, I'll say if you run up to this upper part of the deck and want to jump off that way, you might catch number 4. But
Other option,
otherwise it's too high for you to get it from down here.
can I use my hook to swing up into the air and then catch him?
I would
to
love
lasso.
I would love if you would do that.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
So let's see.
Okay, since Krakus is going for number 4, can I try to go for number 2?
I guess this is just like a dexterity to a dexterity check. Well, let's make it actually a ranged attack to include your base attack bonus in it. So it's base attack bonus plus your dex.
Okay.
In order to like get your hook up on something while you're running, and then
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can swing across. And I'm assuming you're going for number 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do ranged attack first to see if you can get this grapple off in the quick amount of time that you're trying to do it.
Okay. Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh no!
Come on. Damn it. All right.
Rule of cool. Rule of cool. Rule of cool.
So you throw your hook up and it makes purchase, like you can feel it go taut slightly, but unfortunately it grabbed into one of the smaller like parts of the sail, and so when you go to put your actual weight on it, it rips through, and like you weren't expecting it to go loose, and your hands fall out of it, and you are not able to get any air off of it.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
So you're still running, but so you can still try and jump off the edge to get at this thing, but it's you have a split second to decide, but you're significantly less confident in your ability to reach it now.
Yeah, plan B is I'm leaping off the railing of the boat to try to catch it.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check. Ooh.
Narrow surfaces? Is that a narrow surface?
Yes, it is. Yeah, the railing is totally narrow, so that means it's a 28. Which gives you like 7 feet of elevation and plenty of horizontal movement. And you're okay. You're gonna land in the water for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But with the length of your greatsword, you can catch the bottom of this harpy. So you will be able to slash across it as you get it, but you're not going to be able to like tackle it out of the air.
Okay. Does it know I'm there?
All right. Yeah, make an attack roll. We're just going to take the damage. I'm going to assume you hit. It is flying away, so you can have your sneak attack damage as well.
Great.
It's turned its back and is not expecting to be hit.
Come on, game. Do me a solid once, please.
That is just enough damage to kill it.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Because you get auto study target when you do a sneak attack. That's a 9 instead of a 7, and it had 8 HP.
Okay.
So
You're giving me a lot of ground here, I must say.
I don't think I'm bending many rules for this, honestly. But because you're not a short guy, a great sword is like 4 feet long or something nuts like that. So I'm rounding up a little bit height wise, but.
All right, well, I pull a like a rain of fire slash at this thing and leap off with this war cry of bone and basically cleave it in half as I fall into the water without much fanfare.
Yeah, there's a surprised screech cut short from this harpy as it thought it was going to get away and be one of the few that survived this encounter, and instead there's a big splash as an armored skeleton hits the water, and then two smaller splashes right after that as the remnants of this harpy float down and sit on the surface.
This was absolutely not worth it, but I don't care. Well,
after a bit of commotion, some sailors start shouting, "Man overboard!"
Can I try to get the number 2?
Yeah. It's going to be, no matter what, it's going to be, it's going to have concealment, so you're going to have to roll a D100. I think you have to actually move towards the edge of the ship, otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to be outside range increment. You're going to take a -2.
I'm gonna like run like Tom Cruise slide over cars, but like over the boxes. And then I'm gonna jump over the dead harpy body, and I'm gonna look Oleana because I want her to think I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna run to the edge of the ship and take my shot on the number 2.
All right, roll the D100 first. Looking for anything over 20. All right, now give me that attack roll.
Is it sneaky shit because she's running?
Yeah,
because the harpy is running. Yeah.
Christ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a big level for Ivet.
It is.
Jesus, yeah.
I really wanted to play Ivet just because I noticed how much damage I got.
That is enough. So you go jumping out, slide across the boxes.
Jump over the dead body.
Yeah, just to get one last shot as this harpy flies away, and your bullet flies through the air. It doesn't look like it's going to hit because of the fog. It sort of obscures things, but there's a low thump noise. The flapping stops, and there's like a freeze frame, and then the harpy falls straight down into the water.
I want to imagine like the bullet kind of like disappears in the fog, and then when
Yeah.
it hits, it explodes because of the flashbang bullets.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I
yeah.
just see like the little.
So you got that one extra, that little burst of flame, and then the harpy just falls straight down into the water. So we have the other two are, unless Perseus, you have anything else?
Oh fuck! Stop moving.
I don't think I can do anything to that. It's just this one left, right?
And there's the one all the way down here.
That's way.
Oh, I
too
didn't
far
even
away.
notice him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me neither.
yeah. So it takes me a standard action to even get out of cat form. So by the time I'm even out of form to do something, they'll be gone. So
Okay.
I think I'm just going to stay in kitty cat form for now. Thunder!
We can follow the number one.
We should follow at least one of them.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So someone's going to probably a
Wait,
couple.
no! First we have to get Krakus.
Yeah, probably
We
a couple
cannot-
of sailors, probably Ven and this guy, are gonna take some rope and throw it overboard to try and get Krakus back on board.
I'm a very good swimmer too, so if there's a ladder nearby, I could probably swim to it before the boat gets out of range.
Oh yeah, then that's a good point. They would have a ladder to get on and out of the boat, so they'll just like unfurl a like rope ladder that's honestly probably right there.
Okay.
And they'll just roll that over the edge of the boat, and you can grab that. Once they like look over and realize that you're not panicking.
Yeah, no, I have no fear of water.
Yeah, they put two and two together, like, oh, he probably doesn't breathe, so there's no suffocation threat, and
I mean, I'd prefer to not be torn apart by sharks, but
I don't think you're very tasty for a shark.
that's true.
That's true. You don't spill blood.
You
Although
don't
there
think
is a
I'd
lot of
be,
blood in the water, so they
attacked
might.
by malevolent sharks. All right. Do I need to roll a swim check?
Yeah, give me one just to make sure you don't fall too far behind the boat.
Okay.
Perhaps the least rolled skill check in the entire game.
Hey, I'm gonna use
Swim.
it. Damn it! I have so much shit. I gotta get creative.
I
Okay, a 15 is exactly what you needed
Perfect.
to keep up with the ship and get to that ladder, and you don't need to make any rolls to climb a ladder. So
I actually
Alright,
put
cool.
one rank into swim before this adventure, just in case.
hey, you never know.
I'm gonna roll climb just because I'm curious what I would have gotten.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. If there weren't a ladder and you had to go up the rope, you still would have been fine.
I've rolled every one of my skill checks except for stealth this match and escape artist, I guess. I'm getting the use out of my skill sheet, damn it.
Good.
I want to.
There's a
So
lot of them, yeah.
with the harpies flying away, yeah, the only two that made it flying away.
They have a heading.
Yeah, they follow.
They
kinda
do.
go into
They
the same
both.
direction.
Yeah, 10 had swung out a little bit, just trying to get like away from the ship, but it gathers back up with its comrade, and they are both heading the same direction. As the sailors begin to rush around, tending to each other as
I
best
start
they
screaming,
can.
"Follow the harpies!" I'm
Uh,
fully taking charge.
Yeah, you shout that out, and Ven goes, "You heard him," and directs some of the sailors to go get onto the fucking steery thingy. What is that called? The helm. And and the rest will be tending to wounded and getting harpy corpses off the boat.
And a sailor.
Yeah, and
I hop over here and see if he's like fully dead though. Like I poke him with my paws.
He's fully dead, unfortunately. He
I-
got overkilled enough to finish it.
Okay.
I'd like to go ahead and harvest parts.
Okay.
I'm going to look for bones small enough to fashion into tiny little throwing darts.
Ooh.
Okay. Also give me a I think for harpies I said it was a knowledge nature check.
Might need some help with that, but sure.
You'll get your specialization bonus, which I believe is 2.
Oh my god. Get the medical club.
Actually, your bonus is 3, I think, now, so
It is?
your seeker specialization bonus, I think so.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I think it's your level divided by 3. I'm going to check, but the level divided by 3 rounded up, I think, is what I have it at.
I can also use my survival, heal, or craft checks to harvest resources.
Yeah, survival works as well. You can totally make a survival check.
Okay. Oh, wait. I still need to make knowledge checks to identify which parts are valuable. I guess that would mean valuable to me, and not necessarily
yes.
monetarily.
Yeah. So yeah, make a knowledge check or a heal check. I will accept knowledge or nature or heal for this.
Okay, they're the
first
same,
part.
so I'm just gonna.
Okay. All right. You're able to find some like bones that you want. So give me survival to get them. There's lots of these little like hollow bones. They're unfortunately a lot of them are broken from the battle. And some of the other ones break as you try and get them, but you are able to get a couple.
Okay.
There are a bunch of corpses here, so there's no way you're going to come out with none. So you said you wanted to make darts out of them?
Yeah. No, I mean I can do a craft later, but
yeah. You'll have some time on the boat, but for now I'll say you make enough. You think you can come up with 5 darts as long as you don't fuck up any of the dart making process.
Okay.
From
You
all
got a
these
vet
corpses.
gift.
So small bone darts. X5.
Did Krakus got a vet's gift?
What's that?
The gifts were distributed. I don't know if he has it recorded in his inventory or not.
The gifts?
I don't remember what you
Yeah.
gave him.
From Frostmate, I gave everyone. Everyone has like a custom pouch with the Seekers logo on it, and like an individual gift from the ones that he knows best. Like Sirius didn't got a lot of shit; he just got the pouch because they don't know him. Krakus got like a thing to like hold the sword. What's the name?
Scabbard?
A scabbard?
Yeah, a scabbard, but it's like on the size and format of a huge white bone. It's just cosmetic shit because I don't want to mess with mechanics a lot.
I remember now.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I just remember that now.
So I've got a bone scabbard.
Yeah, because when I asked you what you wanted, you said that you wanted bones. And then I couldn't find bones, actual bones. So I
see.
made something that looks like a bone.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so
First,
yeah,
you got
because
pots
this
of
is
plants, by the way.
this is a well-made scabbard. I am classing it as the actual adventuring gear items combat scabbard, which essentially lets you draw just your greatsword, which I guess is the only weapon you have. So
Yeah.
it lets you draw it as a swift action instead of a move action.
Wow. Awesome.
Nice.
But it only applies to the one weapon. So if you pick up another weapon, that'll still be a move action to get it out.
Cool. Thank you, Yvette.
Yeah, it was for Christmas shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, fantasy
Fun.
Christmas.
Fantasy Christmas.
Okay, so with the command given to follow the harpies and the sailors set at work doing that, and like recovering from this ordeal, patching themselves up, I think that's where we're going to stop for today.
Can I do something real quick first?
Sure.
I just want to like go towards one of the bodies and point the monocle thing
Mm-hmm.
just to see what it says.
Okay.
Alexa, what is harpy?
Dead harpy. And then it's going to list off a bunch of information, but it is nothing new to you. It's
Okay.
it's rehashing the stuff that Percy's already gave you last session about harpies.
So no new information.
Yeah, it's nothing novel, but it's confirming all your suspicions basically.
Okay, so no weakness that it's covered now, or like.
No, and it'll go over some specifics. Like this one appears to be from the Utari Ocean region of, so it'll.
Okay.
It's not going to give you any more than you already knew, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because it only rolled like an 8.
Yeah, I have a second option of research too. I want to ask you. I haven't cast message yet.
Oh, your envoy message.
Yeah, but I can do that the start of the next one if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one a day, and I never
DM
use
me
it.
that you're gonna do that because I'll have to fit a response in 100 words, so I want to type that up ahead of time.
Yeah. Sounds cool.
But yeah, so you've got actually, I guess do you guys want to do anything specific with the remains of these harpies, or just kick them off the side of the ship,
I'm done.
or pile
So
them in
I
a
don't
corner
need
on the
any
ship? I don't know what the fuck you want to do.
I don't think I have anything of use for them. myself.
Maybe we should hold on to them in case we get attacked by sharks or any other ocean creature that could probably
You are
eat us.
in a boat. Sharks can't typically do anything about boats, but
Maybe
it's
not
up
a
to you.
shark, but what if it's a bigger thing?
Okay.
It's a fantasy world. It can be a fucking T-Rex on water. I don't know.
Okay, you get a quizzical look from the captain when you suggest that. Give me a diplomacy check to try and convince him that this is a good idea. I appreciate the thought, little guy, but unfortunately I don't think it's sanitary. It's a little too gross to, I think, accept that I'll take the risk that a sea creature will come upon our ship and in exchange for getting these decks clean.
You.
And he'll proceed to
Anyway.
order his sailors to roll them into the ocean. Looks for an open box to sit in.
Open box to sit in.
There's a chest that's open and empty, but it's a little small for you, but you can try.
I half get into it. I try.
Yeah,
to
there's going to be like half of you sitting out of it, but
Yeah, that's exactly what cats do.
yeah.
Yep.
Fully looking like a baked loaf of bread.
And then after it, I'm gonna just climb to the crow's nest so I can maybe see the harpies flying away with the tango. Oki? Is Oki his name?
Aki will have come down.
Yeah, Aki. Yeah, so I'm gonna just climb up and try to have eyes on the harpies. Like extra pair of eyes.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, and so with a heading gained, basically, you're following these harpies wherever they're going to go. The fog begins to clear a little bit. You're sailing out of the fog that remained, following these harpies forward, and we will continue next week.
Hey.
So just to let you know, I am first on call next week.
Yeah.